nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can roll the image, make it flutter. We can change the focus to a soft blur, or sharpen it to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television set. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to
420.
Uostarosta.
Huh.
Uostarosta.
What's he doing? That's odd.
Booster.
I'm sure I can fix it. I think.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Mud Zone.
Spooky.
Wanna get high? Wanna get high? Wanna get high? Wanna get high?
ho ho ho.
The world is flat. I'm here to ring the alarm with my puppet like charm, straight from the barn. I'm talking about Flat Earth Farms, cause most don't know. They think we live on a globe, a ball that floats. So listen and take notes, and take it to a higher plane. Imagine yourself in all it contains, in all its glory and flair. Flat Earth Farms can take you there. Open your mind outside the box. No more staring at NASA's Photoshop. No more moon landings, no line to ya. No more people standing backwards in Australia. Just facts and pure truth, planning straight to the roots. Flat Earth Farms help you understand. A magical place on a wondrous land.
The world is flat, and that's a fact. Tell your friends next time you chat. Let them know a ball ain't that. Let's stay playing with the baseball bat. Cause we coming at the barn, a higher place. The Flat Earth Farms.
This could be it, Harry. Pass the word along. Tell the men it's time to shoot the moon. Shoot the moon!
What are we gonna do tonight, Singe Man?
The same thing we do every night, Boston Ray. Try to take over the world.
The world of science cares about you. Eureka! We found it. With the tools of science, we have invented, yes, hand sanitizer. But not just any hand sanitizer. This hand sanitizer was developed and approved by the Dark One himself. Here are a few of the things our product can bring you.
Warning, the self-destruct system has been activated. Option to override self-destruct expires in 10 minutes.
I've been asked, when do I feel the most comfortable? That's when it's cold and it's dark during that thunderstorm.
What a knife haircuts. Slick Vic. Bang. Listen up, party people, it's important that you know that nothing could prepare you for this super hype show. No big stage props, just heavy crowd engagement. I receive payment to lay you on the pavement. Through the basement, underground cellar. I got a strong team, my staff is all stellar. 5-star ratings on the merch we move, we making dollars. Like we ain't got nothing to prove. When the mic's in my hand and my power increases. Body slam security and smacking polices. Jesus, never use my name in vain. The one and only true king, and I came to reign for all eternity. Words from the sheep don't be concerning me. I'm kicking ass while I'm earning a fee. So you can't stop the profit, my money is long. Headed straight to the bank when I finish the song. Words cash in my chips in, doubling dough. I got flow, now I'm about to make some mo. You ain't know? Well, it's about time that you do. Cause none of y'all suckers can't fuck with my crew. 1 to the 2, 3 then I fire. Set you hella straight, elevate and take you higher. Lyrics you desire, I'ma give it to you raw. If you a sweet lady, I'ma give it to your jaw. Shit you never saw, make it visibly clear. They talk a lot of shit, but I am who they physically fear. I got a solid left hand, my right's even heavier. Lock on my victims like a pit bull terrier. More the merrier, I beat up groups. And my producer loves sampling, he speed up loops to get it right for the record. Some real mic checking, hardcore followed by some real life's lessons. Blessings upon those playing the jam. You know what crime it is, you know who the fuck I am. RJ spitting that classic rap. Now who the man? This is not saran plastic rap. Get clapped.
Sit back, I'm about to sit back, sit back, I'm about to begin. Sit back, I'm about to begin.
Cancer runs in my family, so I have to see how I'm dealt. My mama beat it, but her dad didn't. I just try not to dwell. Before the world talked about mental health, I was 11 and 12, double checking my dad when he went down for an extra long nap just to make sure that he ain't off himself. I saw his stomach move, okay cool, he's breathing well. Shut the door to his room, go back to watching Fairly Odd Parents. I had a hunchback like Mr. Crocker from all of that trauma that I was carrying. But I don't feel much embarrassment, kinky sex been imperative. Mom and dad were some prudes, so I wonder how I inherited it. My grandfather kept sex toys tight to spice up the marriages. We found him after we buried him, I guess it's just how I channel him. All my flows are unique to me. Legal team on retainer like uneven teeth. My bro try to teach me how to shoot. I told him, bro, I don't even beef. Legal arms like LAPD. A license for this, a license for that, a license for this. I swear my dog work at the fucking DMV. The new tour bus got a few more bucks. It sleeps 16 and feet 16. Sir, how do you afford this bus? I write 16 and speak 16. So many spoiled bitches inside of it. My bro call it a sweet 16. They call me Goldie, but I don't wear gold. YouTube recommendations got me feeling like a scarecrow. Surrounded by corn, I'm willing to go to war. I just don't care though. Itchy trigger fingers, 2 fingers bend quicker than air quotes. Comment, bro, I'm the cross between grown adults and these teen kids. I told the bro about Big L and I showed Flex who Yeet is. He said, I don't know that name. I said, Flex, you must live in a cage. Then I spit for 6 minutes straight in one take. And he said, Toke, nobody does this shit in one take. Not even Meek, not even Banks, not even Taurus, Simba, Corey, Craft, or Day. I don't give a fuck, that shit don't matter. We not freestyle rappers. I'm not the guy in the corner rhyming words with strangers looking for applause and laughter. Shout out ST Knack, I used to hit the city for his cosign. Saw him up there with Westside Gun, it's fun to watch a bro shine. I'm the first to drink, my bro's the first to smoke. So no matter where in the world we go, we escape from it in no time. We got 2 different moms, but he is sibling like my sister is. Our moms probably would have been friends if they discussed their tricky kids who over-obsess about one specific bitch that we should probably cut. But that's why me and him still get along, we don't give up on love. I know my grandfather didn't trust his son. He'd rather burn down his pad than give it to my dad. Little does he know, my father was a hero. If I inherit that crib, I'm bringing the Florida hoes I keep close. And I'm fucking him by the balcony cause the breeze helps me not come too fast. And we pouring shots in the kitchen cause mixed drinks just make my hangover bad. And we'll do a toast to my dad like he'd approve of how we living. But he wouldn't, whatever, fuck it then. I doubt we even summoned him. Goldie.
Sit back, I'm about to begin. Sit back, I'm about to begin.
We are live. Well, people complain about the long intro, so I just started a half hour.
Right.
Yeah.
What's up?
What up? Kim
People are
Ray?
complaining?
I don't know.
People are complaining? Yes.
I didn't really. I don't know. I don't really.
That's
know
all
that.
good.
What
No,
up?
that's cool.
What up?
Actually, for playback,
some
you
of
gotta
those clips
watch
I
the
forgot
whole
I
thing.
made that you showed. I was like, wow, I forgot I
back.
made those ones.
Oh yeah, I
You
love
did them
these
out of
clips.
order.
I
Because this
lost
is
so
season
many of
Florida.
them.
It's not season 3. This is season Florida. What are you doing?
Season Florida.
Showing the other ones.
Yeah, I go through every season every time.
I know.
It's
You're
cool.
crazy.
It's
Joe
so, it's so
King,
cool.
hey, welcome.
How are
What's
you,
up,
Femish?
buddy? Where are you
Yeah,
now?
what's up?
Singe, are you in Northern
We have
California,
Joe
buddy?
King.
Yeah, I'm up in the Redwoods.
Nice, dude.
And
Excellent.
I went downtown today.
I
and
saw
was
a
like,
bear a couple
whoa,
weeks
the
ago at
sun!
work.
NorCal
I'm like
in the his
shade.
house.
It was
All right.
crazy when I left the woods. I was like, wow, it's so sunny.
Oh.
It used to being
Dude.
out in the sun.
A bear came to my job site the other day. I got a video. It was,
Nice.
and
Did
a-
they leave a big old crap somewhere?
No,
They like
no.
to leave a
Well,
mark.
actually, he was like a teenager. I saw him. Yeah, he does crap there. Yeah, they eat all the Mexican food from the dumpster. There's like cans of
Nice.
hominy and stuff. Yeah,
Loving that.
So I got Jason Starr on with me
He's a
tonight.
healthy bear.
Jason Starr's been doing live streams. Everyone should sub his
Where do
channel.
you live, Joe?
Make sure. John Keeley.
Sparks
up?
right by Reno.
Nice. Okay. We got the same type of environment then, yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm
I'm,
saying. Yeah.
Mendocino County.
Yeah.
All right. So, Joe, where do you want to start? Do you have anything you want to show? Or do you want me to kind of go over a few things?
Well, I mean, as far
I have,
as like,
I have a video that's like 20 minutes long that I think covers the whole theory. If you want to go over, play that first, and we'll go over it, and then we'll get into your stuff. What do you think?
for sure, that's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it pretty much sums it up. But I don't want to misrepresent the meltologists. You know?
Well, yeah, it's kind of such a new thing, dude. It's hard to even, I wouldn't even worry about anybody's feelings right now.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
Yeah.
something happened. We don't know what it was. It's pretty damn cool.
Right.
All right. Let's see.
Hey, John. Nice to meet you.
How you doing, Joe?
Excellent, buddy.
John Keeley's.
Yep, I'm
Got
San
the goods
Diego
going
down
over
here.
Oh, excellent.
San Diego in the house.
Got family down there. Yep.
Yeah, we got lots of melted rocks down here.
I don't want to say it's important
East County.
or that the video's even good, so I won't. I don't want to promote my coffee or anything for that matter. As always, I don't know.
He's good.
And I thank you
I
for
like
joining me. Welcome. I want to correct myself. In my last video, I said we seem to be missing 1,000 years of time, when really the truth is we have seemingly had 1,000 years added to our time. And we've discussed this in so many videos. If we look at photographs, maps, coins, we can see a letter I and then the rest of the date. Something like I-600, we would be told is the year 1600, when in reality the I or the J is clearly a letter,
Good, I'll
as
bring
it's
that
sitting
up.
right next to a number. And Sylvia in her New Earth videos, way back, discussed how the J could have represented Jesus, or Jesus. But this is just one anomaly, and it could very well be that they recycle this timeline, loop it over and over, and all these maps and coins could be much older, and in some cases, even newer. If we go back to the Jewish calendar, it's the year 5000 something. If we look at the Mayan calendar, who knows what year it is? What galactic year, I think as they call it, but that could just be interpretation. I think they call them Baktuns. And then the Vedic texts from India also having a giant year.
Okay, so real quick, we all agree that the timeline is not correct, no matter what. Like, whether you believe in the 1,000 years added on, or 1,000 years taken off, or whatever, or you just know there's something glitchy, shifty going on with the timeline.
Like in the millions, all having different races, species, colors of people, including blue, and a much more detailed history that seems to make more sense, actually. Wow, I don't really know why I'm going Tower of Babel today. Perhaps because I recently talked about it at the end of a video, and of course made a whole video on it a few months back. And I really wanted to let it go. Just a speculation, but it keeps coming back around. As I mentioned in a past video, a channel called Truth Seeker 69 Original had proposed that this may have been the Tower of Babel. And I had also proposed that all mountains could have been Babelesque back in that video that I made back when. In that video back when, I showed examples of Turkey and Cappadocia and how these absolutely look like melted buildings. And again, when I say melted, it
They look like melted buildings, but are they?
could be displaced by frequency or restructured or superheated and reshaped, whatever you want to call it. We use melted because we have an understanding in this community about what that means, similar to Tartaria. And here I was looking at a site that Jen showed in one of her videos. It's all in Italian. And the first thing that we notice is every single one of these depictions show the eruption in 1779. Every single one. 1779, 1779. And this drawing was made in 1880. And in my recent video, they were telling us how this eruption initially occurred in 79 AD. And now we have a 2,000-year difference, approximately. And
So they could prove that this eruption was a lie, whatever they're saying. You know what I mean? I mean, that's real research. They looked up the actual eruption. They found out there's a 2,000-year difference in the picture, the drawing from when it actually happened. I mean, there's something up with that. All right. Rasta. Yes. Full house. Okay. So we can. All right. So Rasta.
Hold on.
We're going over the meltology theory tonight.
This fucker's not working. Hold on.
Okay.
All right.
Rasta's sound
this
trouble.
actually makes more
Pull it together, Rasta. Pull it
sense.
together.
Those buildings did not look like buildings from 79 AD, and it didn't look like something that was ravaged by ash and pumice, nor lava. But here what really caught my eye is every picture of Vesuvius shows this kind of outer shell, and then the volcano in the center. Everyone. Outer shell, outer shell, outer shell, inner core, outer shell, inner core. So there's kind of a half circle around a dome, always, as we see here. And then, again, what do we see here with this Tower of Babel? Same thing. A core, outer rim. And I think that these types of structures are what Gary Shunung was talking about in his Old Earth series. These are habitations. Entire cities, complete with agriculture and water distribution, as we can see down here, these little tunnels or ducts. And you see how people lived all along the edge of it, within it, and always depicting clouds at the top.
So Joe, you think that it's a melted building, right?
Yeah, I do. I do. Yeah.
So I'm a mudflood guy, right?
Is that a picture? That's a drawing?
So I think that it was flooded in the water, and it was under salt water, and the salt made it look like that, and then the water receded.
And so that made it look melted, you're saying?
Yeah, if it was underwater
Right.
for like hundreds of years or thousands
And almost
of
you just became porous and absorbed water like a sponge and stuff like that. I see.
and then it dried out.
Interesting, dude. God, you know what? That is fascinating, bro.
Thank you.
And I
never
had
thought
not
was fascinating.
even gone that way. And dude, I've been thinking so hard on it, and I hadn't thought of that.
Well, when what was weird is like, all right, I used to be a meltologist, and I used to hang out in the meltology. I think that's how you met me. But anyway, so and it was like I went to the science museum one day, the Museum of Science, and everything they have is bullshit, right? It's like they have like fake space fucking models, and I was debunking them on everything. But then they had this one exhibit that was like showing like bricks eroding from on bottoms of buildings from floods. And it was saying it was saltwater. And I was like, oh, that's got to be bullshit because everything they have in here is bullshit, right?
Yeah.
But then I thought it was the craziest thing. I was like, no, they're trying to debunk the meltology, right? That's what I thought. But I don't know, man. Maybe.
And they looked swollen. They were all swollen and stuff. And the bricks.
Yeah, it looked like it was melted. But it was like, you could see where the
dude.
water level was and that, So.
Yeah. Because a lot of things could have happened. You know what I mean? Some things look heated and melted and twisted.
It could have been. It could have been like a giant earthquake that simultaneously went off different places, and some things got lava melted. And I don't know.
But what my theory goes along with what you're saying, which I hadn't get a chance to actually put together. But water is the key. Water is everything. What was all these structures? Like you look at this Tower of Babel. What I'm saying is the middle of this building has a pipe, has a giant well. This is over a well, this whole thing. All these structures. Imagine you're making a well. You make it one story, and then you're building your building as you're bringing your well up. And the top of this would come down and feed all these areas around it. Because you got water all under your feet everywhere, but you can't just drill wells everywhere. So imagine something like this. Imagine this structure has to be higher than, say, the Starfort that's near it, and it where they work together somehow with the giant water system. That's what I'm thinking is all these. And I have a picture in my head, and I have kind of proof all around me at the Sierra Nevada mountains. The way all the communities, these old communities up against the Sierra Nevada mountains. They have all these waterways with gates that feed all their places and irrigate all their lands around. And it's just naturally, it works that way.
Yes.
And I can imagine
Kate Emma agrees with me. Hold on. I didn't mean to cut you off, Joe.
Yeah.
Just hold your thought. She said, agree more with your assessment, Boston Ray, Mudfoot Adventures. Makes more sense and ties in with the flood.
Is this picture here, is that
this is the Tower of Babel, right?
Is that a CGI image though, or is that a real
I don't
image?
know.
Because I
It
didn't
looks
know
like
they
a
even
drawing.
found the Tower of Babel.
it looks like an old painting, like a real classic painting.
It fell. So how do we even know if any of that is a real depiction, or because
Right.
I don't think
Rasta.
at least in the Bible it doesn't really describe the Tower of Babel.
Right.
Oh, so they never found the Tower of Babel?
No.
It's a depiction that any of us, like they could look
That
like
is-
a great
that is
number of things. It
sketchy.
could look more like Trump Tower.
Dude, that is sketchy.
Or,
I'm sorry. I gotta tell the
something
truth,
like that.
It's true.
Top. But were they clouds? Or were they actually coming from within the structure? Perhaps it was a
I
complete
agree, Rasta.
permaculture. It'd be like a rainforest in here. Who knows? And in one of these pictures, this one here, we can kind of see this notion. If this was a structure that had collapsed, and here we can see what looks like a river of molten structure, and here, where all these windows would have been, little vents popping out of the sides, just as we see here, if such a thing were to collapse. And again, who knows what was going on inside, if this is just the outside. But to me, so very similar.
Yeah, we don't even really know what the Tower of Babel really was, dude.
There's two things, man. There's a Tower of Babel and that Ophir, the gold mine that had the best gold. It's called the Ophir.
We don't know what
gold.
Noah's Ark was either.
Yeah,
Like,
where exactly? Yeah, all the
They
coolest
claim
places.
to have recently found Noah's Ark in Turkey, and I was just watching this other stream where I've heard it before too, like all the different flood stories, like the Bible and the Epic of Gilgamesh and a few other flood stories, they're all almost identical to one another, and they're set apart by hundreds if not thousands of years. I think the Epic of Gilgamesh
Go ahead.
was one of the first ones to come out with the flood story. But yeah, that ties more into, like you say, Ray, the erosion theory, where
Erosion theory. I like it.
where erosion would do this to the to these buildings. It would put them on their sides at times. It would make them appear to be melted, but it would be way more feasible than extreme heat. I mean, we're talking like it would have to be heat like
Mhm.
that's beyond measure to be able to melt these buildings, but then to be able for them to.
They were just playing around, Recently, they're playing.
But you
With
know
they're
what?
playing with the tools in Hawaii and Santa Rosa and Paradise.
You know what's funny?
Maybe
I
they
saw
still know
because Rasta, you
So
like
Sin-
meteors, right?
Singe thinks
I
it
do
was
like
a directed
meteors.
energy attack
I think that they're
or some sort of directed energy. Go ahead.
Yeah,
It could be,
I-
yeah,
I-
like frequency. But I found this guy called The Last Druid. I watched this documentary. I'll keep play it. This dude, he's literally like the last druid ever. He says that Stonehenge and places like that are shelters for meteors.
Stonehenge is gone though. It's gone. All right, they got rid of it.
Whatever.
Oh, no, not
but there's a
Stonehenge, the
bunch
other
of places
one.
like that.
The other
He
one,
says
no,
they-
the other one.
I'm getting Stonehenged.
Not
There's
Stonehenge. The other
a
one's gone.
there's a Fish song where they mention Stonehenge. He goes, "Oh, out near Stonehenge, I lived alone. Oh, out near Gamehenge."
Not unusual that buildings made of fine quality, most likely concrete and of course brick, could become so heated and disfigured and yet still show pockets of preservation, as we see here. Again, this thin.
So some people have suggested that it could be carved out. I don't know. I think it was a building, and it was flooded, and there was water all in here, and it went up to the top, and that's why you see different layers, because that's where like different like water levels were at different times.
I
It's
think
funny,
it was
also in the
chiseled.
like in the box saga, they talk about different like rocks being softer at times too, and there's like cat paw prints and stones and stuff like that too. So it could have been a little different, easier to work with maybe too at some point. So I don't know, man. It's really trippy.
Yeah, that's true. It could have been like modeling clay when they first started to like
Yeah.
sculpt it out,
like stucco.
You know,
like
that- yeah, or like
Could be
Play-Doh.
popped out and may only
Geopolymer.
be 1 to 2 inches thick. And all of this was a building. Nobody carved this out. And even under here, we can see more windows, as if the structure kept going. But this is a puddle of everything that was stripped off of this building and liquefied. Hence the more reddish color, perhaps much more iron in here, mixed with lime. And these few pictures are from
I mean, something definitely did happen. We can all agree
something
with that.
something definitely
The
happened,
Tartarian-
and
I
more
mean-
than likely it was a flood. I
I'm
just
not
saw
going to say that. I'm not going to
I-
say that all of these weren't buildings. Some of them were. You could tell.
I saw that they even found like fish fossils up in the Himalayas, up in the mountains up there. So like everything was underwater
Yeah.
at some point. And
Korean Meltdown channel.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you for this. Here's another great example of a structure completely
Hold on.
disfigured, and yet just enough preservation to make sense of it. Again, a random chunk of preservation, and if I ever find something like this in the desert, I'll immediately take a hammer to it right in the center here. And here again, what some would call mountains with carvings in them, actually buildings, turned to rubble, absolute rubble, with small pockets of preservation. And this is Petra in Jordan, and the narrative wants to tell us that primitive people carved all of this out. If one did have the ability to carve, as difficult and impossible
Yeah, I don't think they carved it out.
as that would be, you would certainly stop at a certain point. You wouldn't scaffold your way up here and carve all this ornamentation and these steps as we see here. No,
There's a corner.
unbelievable. And you can see how this towered up and looks like the tip of a melted candle now. Excellent examples. And here again, scattered pockets of preservation, hit and miss, as if the heat was coming from below. And eventually so much of the lime gets cooked out that the structure resembles mud. If enough lime is left, we have preservation, and
Yes.
parts of the buildings remain intact. Here
I
an
mean,
example.
we are seeing
of an
this
area that did
happen
not-
in Greenland right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in Reykjavik over there. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah,
Reik-
the volcano.
Yeah.
I think it's part of a system that works.
Yeah, and like I definitely feel like that's just the beginning. I mean, this thing could be pretty immense with the flow of magma that comes out when it's under the or when it's under the ground. That's when it's magma, right? And then when it comes onto the surface, then it's lava.
So what do you think? What are you saying? You think magma lava rolled down the side like that, and that's why it looks like that?
I don't believe that, honestly.
No.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that these things melted. Like I'm not.
yeah.
Boy used to live there.
Yeah, I'm you know, like I'm a simulationist.
Yeah.
And you know, so like I think all this could have been easily explained with point and click. You know, like I think like there were the early settlers that came here from wherever, you know, the Pleiades or whatever. They had like an iPad and like kind of like the Nintendo glove, you know, that came out during that movie with Fred Savage back in the day. And they basically could take their glove that they had and they would just point somewhere, be able to click what they wanted to put on in the scene that's in
So you
front of
believe that, but not okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it makes
you also like Elon Musk, who wears a Satan outfit. So okay.
Well, so
with that.
you spend money that I don't know, like people still like Santa Claus, and he's basically Satan too. And it's like you can't really get her. You can't
how's
get
everybody's holiday going? All right, is everybody having a good holiday? All you people?
Okay. I'm just saying. Okay, but
I'm kind of having a good holiday.
What is like crazy? Okay, Santa Rosa, Paradise, and Maui. It's just like that's just them messing around. Just like these are wooden boxes they're burning. There's no problem. So they probably just don't know how to eat. They're probably like, wow, we had to burn castles. The last reset.
Yeah.
This is easy. This reset. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not my favorite one.
What are we looking at, Joe?
It's all possible.
Counterfeit.
I mean, yeah, because I don't even know how they did that. I mean, I was in the neighborhood.
Look at a sham. Simulation is a sham.
Kind of hit home.
Did you say simulation is a sham?
It's look at you see it right?
How dare you?
Well, it's like God.
How is simulation a sham and meltology?
Merriam-Webster said it, not me.
It's God's world, so it seems like a simulation.
Obviously,
it's
like
way to explain it.
The writers of the simulation and the people of the dictionary don't want you to think it's a simulation, because if everyone all of a sudden came to terms with it being a simulation, then people would lose their shit.
Counterfeit.
You know,
well, it's just a way to describe it. It's actually the closest that we can describe what God has made. It's basically it's not a simulation, but it's
construction, not
the
a
best comparison we have, I guess.
No, it is 100% a simulation where like all the stuff is not. I don't know. It's not really here, but it is here. It's hard to come to terms with. It's, you know, a little balance of both.
Having taken the long road to truth, we find that our world is nothing like what we were taught. Government-funded education system has indoctrinated the masses for generations to perceive the world the way they want us to perceive it, and not to see it for what it actually is.
Whose voice is this narrating?
We are taught that we live on a spinning ball, hurtling through space at astronomical speeds. When nothing could be further from the truth. All it takes is observation and a clear mindset, and you can see that we live in a flat earth realm, flat and stationary, with the sky above us turning.
Yeah, I thought it was Jen, the Truth Seeker 69.
We have been lied to on so many levels. Now we are going to expose a level that you may not have ever considered, but has actually been right in front of our eyes this whole time, just like flat Earth.
See, this is nothing like flat Earth because you can't
Historical
prove any of this.
and geological timelines are completely fabricated. They added 1,000 years onto our historical timeline.
We can't prove that there's melted
and
things.
tell
We're not
us that
proving how it
mountains,
was done.
canyons,
We're proving that it
gorges,
was something happened.
volcanoes,
We don't know how.
etc.
No one says how. We
took
know
millions
something
of
happened.
years to form.
No, we know
But
something happened.
nothing
though.
could be
Melted is
further
just a
from
term.
the truth.
We can't prove it was melted. We can prove something was there. Other than human beings, by the way. Not us.
We are going to explore the
Human beings weren't
possibilities
the ones that did this.
of what this realm
We don't know
that we live in
We don't know how it
really
happened.
is.
We can prove something was there.
like
Something
the
happened.
and what exactly are these
Anunnaki, Nephilim,
so-called
and
geological features.
Yep, there's definite giants. I
If
like
they
the
tell
theory
us
that
are mountains,
mountains are giants that have
waterfalls,
laid down.
So we can't
you know,
prove.
gorges,
Yeah, we can't prove any of that either.
natural
Little
cave
bits of
systems,
clues here and there, though.
etc.
No, we can't prove it was melted.
I like the hollow
Look
earth
at
theory
that.
a lot too. I mean, there's a lot of
We are going
relevancy
to
to
look
that.
at the world
There's some stuff
with
going on
new
down
eyes.
below us.
This is Mojave Desert, I think. I just drove through there last year, and it seemed like I was driving through
We can now finally
decimated
see
city
what has been in front of
for
our
4 hours
faces
at
this
70
whole
miles an
time.
hour.
We're supposed to go like 100 through the desert.
Nah, you gotta pull
So sit back, open your mind, and welcome to When the Buildings Cried.
When the buildings cried.
But yeah,
yeah. So when the buildings cried, it was
buildings.
When the buildings cried, it was a documentary that Jerry made, and I think this is like what pretty much started out the whole Meltology group. Like they were already doing stuff, but once they released these when the buildings cried, there's like 4 of them.
Who? Jerry?
Red Bricks. Remember that?
You don't
Red
know?
Bricks,
You don't know
Red
Jerry?
Bricks.
No.
Wait, aren't you from the Meltologist?
No.
You don't hang out there. You don't go to the Meltology.
No. The first time I ever saw you was over on Stuff Beagle's channel.
Oh, you're a Mudpud guy. But you investigate the Meltology because that's what's around you.
That's what I find out in the desert. That's what stuff that's just been, like you said, gnarly. I like water's everything. So now you really got me thinking, man, about, because I think it's both. I think it's all of it, dude. Honestly, I think it's like
you gotta figure it out.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Why does it have to be one? Yeah, exactly.
What I'm trying to say is like, okay, so this is what happened. Okay, so I could see that some things look melted, and it's like when someone tries to change like your religion, like it really fucks with you. So it's like this, okay? I believe that we're in the flood, and we're at the we're at, God flooded the earth. He put the rainbow in the sky, right, to tell us that he was never gonna flood us again, and the next judgment is fire. No. Like the Meltologists believe that the fire already happened, right?
Yeah.
And like they're in the little season, and that's
Right.
like that's like the end of the Bible. So that puts you in a different spot in time, which is all right. Like we all know that time is bullshit, but
Right.
then, all right, then they want you to believe that everything is melted bricks. Everything. Everything you see is a melted brick. Listen. Well, no, let me finish. We're going to think we're on the right track. Okay. So all the dirt of the earth, all of the dust of the earth, all of the clay is melted brick ash, right? So that means, all right. Hold on.
Means that the earth was built with Lego bricks to begin with.
No, listen. Let me see if I can get this something up. All right. So I'm sharing. Okay. I'm a little
Let's
slow.
push it. That's right. Okay.
Genesis
Now
2:7.
I'm not in a cult. I'm in a cult.
Genesis 2:7. And then the Lord God formed man from the clay of the earth, and he breathed it into his face in the breath of life, and the man became a living soul. So that means that we were created from melted bricks. Like everything, even you're a melted brick. Okay, you ready? Watch
Red
this.
clay.
Watch this. Okay. This is advanced meltology research. Okay. What?
Advanced.
Yeah, this is. This is next level shit here tonight. What type of clay are you made from? No, yeah.
We're made
what
from
type of clay?
stardust.
No, what type of clay did God make you from? Why?
Ziggy Stardust.
What type of clay did God make us?
I'm Plato.
Creation of the life.
Plato.
God created humans from clay and wool. That's not us. Hold on. So
I'm made from.
It basically tells you that it doesn't really. It's the clay that's the dirt of the earth. Like, so that means that you're all right. So that means you're made out of melted brick ash. Congratulations. Enjoy it. All right.
We're animated melted brick.
That's Adam, the red man. Adam, from the Bible and stuff. That's what we're supposed to be made of. Red clay.
I mean, it's like how far do you want to go with it? It's like,
that's the thing, dude. Is like, let's go. Let's not just say. For one thing, it's cool to look at all these pictures. I dig these channels, like Augmented Reality and these ones, and you got picture after picture, and it's killer. But what happened? Why? Before it, what was it in the first place, and why did you have to destroy these certain things in certain areas? You know what I mean? So like, we don't. It's like let's. And the more we learn, and the more we understand, then the more we'll find answers. You know what I'm saying? And I think, like, man, I like what you're saying about water and it's like I got some good things, and it all ties together anyhow too, and the fake history and all that stuff. And I got some good stuff about Donner Summit where I'm at. As far as, and I got some interesting stuff.
I used to live down there in Mammoth Lakes, California. So we'd go past the Donner Summit sometimes, coming from the through the pass to the Sierra Nevadas there. And
my son's got work out in Mammoth from where I'm at. Sometimes he'll be long days, man. Go out there. Not in the winter.
Yeah, I loved it there. Mammoth Mountain is the mountain that the one real close to it. There's a mountain right there just north of there on the 395 that's actually the Paramount movie mountain. That's the one they used in the Paramount movies.
What is that called? What's the name of that one? That mountain?
I forget. I call it the Paramount Mountain.
That's it. Do you fish, Roster? Or do you guys know about fishing?
No.
Can you put your link in the private chat for me, because it's not coming up?
One of my
it always comes up for me, but tonight it's not.
One of my friends that I worked with there in Mammoth, because we worked for this high-end furniture store there, delivering furniture to like celebrities' houses. And we'd go to work in our snowboarding gear, because sometimes we'd just like on our lunch break or whatever. I mean, the lifts were right there in town, so you could just hop on the chair lifts and go get a few runs in. And we puffing dubs on the delivery truck, and it was pretty epic times there. We delivered to people like Tony Hawk's house, and Tony Hawk wasn't there when we delivered it, but I got to eat breakfast one morning next to Shaun White, the Olympic gold medalist. I was just chilling, and I look over, and there's Shaun White chilling,
the white man.
He even having his breakfast. And I loved Mammoth. It's
you always see the stars at ski resort.
Yeah, there's a.
I love that I don't know who Shaun White is or names like that.
There's a catfish pond up in the top of the mountain, like 6,000-7,000 feet up, and all the fishermen trip out about it and they say it was because of a Donner Summit. There's what is it? Okay, I got it written down right here. Donner Summit has got 16 tunnels in it, and what do you call it?
Talking about Donner Pass?
Yeah, Donner Pass. It's the first pass. But anyhow,
I'm getting hungry all of a sudden.
There was like 12,000 Chinese guys that supposedly did all that work, and supposedly they imported catfish. and put them
Can I
in
get
pond.
Can I get the link for your channel so I can bring it up?
Is that it right there? Is that what did I put there?
Jeremy, I said I was
Put
getting
it in the
hungry all of
put
a
it in the
sudden.
private chat so I can get it.
Okay,
I can't get it.
let me
I
go
can't
back
grab
to my
it from
channel. I gotta get all this stuff figured out. Oh shit.
It's a lot of people on the stream.
Okay. Oh, I got it right here. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I lived there, and then I lived a little bit further north up in June Lakes, which is like the next town up from Mammoth.
Right.
It's another. It's just so epic. But you end up, if you drink alcohol there, you're like, our house was like at 8,000 or 9,000 feet in elevation.
Yeah.
And so you feel the effects of the alcohol a lot quicker. And
yeah, I live at 4,500 and I work at like 7,000 at the lake. So I guess I get winded some days, man. But yeah, I got to. There's some trippy. I mean, dude, it's endlessly trippy up here. And as far as like the time frame and the narrative and all the talking about how history is BS, that the best example is Donner Summit. And it's supposedly, they call it the most historically significant square mile in California and probably the entire Western United States, because it was the first wagon train to cross over into California, the first transcontinental railroad, the first transcontinental highway, the first transcontinental air route, telephone, everything went over the Donner Summit. And despite all that stuff happening, the thing that was named after some numbnutses that went and got stuck in the winter and had to eat each other.
And they ate each other.
So did you put your link? Did you put your link in the big chat for everybody else to get it?
Yeah,
do you think they're really?
This is Joe King.
Oh, now I see why I'm hungry.
Do you think they're related to the Dahmers?
Dahmers, maybe. Oh,
He only has 116 subs, dude. We could do better. We can do better. He's been on before. All right, let's see.
Joe King. Sounds like you're joking.
Yeah, which one do you want to play?
Go to the live. Go to my live. Go to live.
He used to be Joe K. Now he's Joe.
He used to be Joe K. Yep.
He's not joking.
All right, what is
Joe King?
Go to the lives and go to that one, the China Wall. That one right there.
We're gonna invade China.
Yeah,
we were already talking about it. There's ghost cities over there. Plenty of room for us.
Is that better?
I don't know how I didn't even watch this one back, but I go into the video.
Let me see what.
Okay.
Why don't I have any sound? No sound at the beginning. No sound. All right.
Okay, so that's Donner Lake right there.
Okay.
And it's funny, dude, because I got a lot of videos where supposedly they dynamited this whole place apart.
Is this This is in Cali?
This is Donner Summit right here. This is
where?
In California. Before, like, if you're going, remember when you were in Cali, dude, if you hit 80, if you went over the Bay Bridge from where you were at, Ray, and head east over right into the mountains and over the top, that's when you get into Nevada. And that's right here.
I've seen so many fucking mountains there, dude. It was like mountains.
Well, if you're going east, like if you're driving home, if you're going to Boston, dude, if you're gonna.
What's up, Mr. Super?
Space. How do you?
There he is. What's up, buddy?
We're taking a deep dive into meltology, advanced research.
Right. So what I would do is.
This is the one where I shouted out Mr. Super.
That Hollywood uses and see if they're viable in
But
space.
so this is the climbing wall and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there's a few things that are amazing about this place that might be man-made. One of these places you're just never gonna get to. Okay, here we go. Let's start a big
All right, go ahead, Joe.
Now about. Okay, so this first part, I look down here at just these holes because these people like the hole saws like that. There's millions of those things everywhere, big ones, small ones, and that's where they put the dynamite in, right?
That's what they're saying. They put the dynamite in there.
Yeah, but that's before diesel engines. That's before everything. I don't know what kind of holes. I drill holes in concrete. Like I do bore holes in them, and it takes all day to do a hole. You know what I mean? And this is supposedly how they open up this entire mountain range with dynamite. And maybe it was done, but not in the way they said so. You know what I'm saying? It was. We're talking 18. Let's see here. 1869, all this stuff was completed, supposedly. 16 tunnels, the longest of which is is the longest of which is tunnel number 6, and it is. Let me see here, because I'm going to take you up to these to show you the tunnels, and it's 1,659 feet long is the longest tunnel. 69.
Wow.
But so, anyways, right here is just like I point because I got people on some of my videos that are like, "You're stupid, dude. That was dynamited." And this, I'm like, I know shit, dummy. I know it's dynamited, but not what you normally think. It was fucking, it's an impossibility that they drilled all these holes. And so, yeah, if you could just play it. And
real quick, we have a quick word from our sponsor.
Oh, a real country breakfast, the best you ever tried. Pick up some Flat Earth Farms breakfast Bud Bites.
Flat Earth Farms breakfast Bud Bites. Made with the best cuts of bud. Just like at home. Packed full of fresh country flavor. From the skillet to your plate. Tasty breakfast Bud Bites.
Tasty breakfast Bud Bites from Flat Earth Farms. Try some today.
Available at all purveyors of fine products near you.
Was that pan? That pan was not hot, was it?
Dynamite.
Yes.
No way.
People are my microphone. They're saying it bugs them. I don't understand.
Yeah, you're breathing it like crazy, bro.
It's far away from my face though. Look, you can see it's like it's a distance away. I've got it way over here now. See? So maybe it's just. I don't know. I don't think that's
flat. Your mic is too good.
Mic is too good.
It's top of the line Nintendo Switch mic. I got a Goodwill.
Let me see. I think now I can't hear you. It's pretty good now.
Yeah. It's wonderful when you can't hear them. What do we got?
So they're climbing. These dudes are climbing the wall right there and stuff like that.
So you think that this is a melted building?
I think that is a side, like along the base of it, water runs, and I think that is, so it's something.
You think the water that's running at the base of it could have once filled this whole area? And
I think it comes up to the top of this mountain. I think they're all.
Yeah.
I think they're all wells now to run water.
I'll give that to them. Like, why does water always come up to the top of the mountains?
Yeah. I think every canals were
Is
everywhere.
it a plumbing system?
Well, how does water work in general? Is what's fascinating to me. Like
water doesn't go up mountains, though.
Well, it does. It always there's springs that tap out of the mountainside. Yeah, way up the mountain.
Yeah, that's my big theory.
It's like a pressurized system underneath us. That I think is more proof of that we're in a simulation, because it never seems to stop running out. Like they could tap into the spring and supply a whole city with water, mind you. Like all the plumbing, everything.
I love this.
And still there's no water. No, it doesn't run dry. It just keeps on coming because it's a simulation. It's one of the
wild.
We have all these people from all different communities. We have Mr. Super Side Rider representing the Christian community.
Yeah.
We have Rasta representing the simulation theory community. We have Joe King representing the Meltologist. We have John Keeley representing Flat Earth, and we have Singeman
representing the insane people.
What do I represent? Yes.
I don't know. The Kung Fu community.
Yeah.
And you're the Mudman.
I'm the Mudblood. Yeah, it's great. We're all taking a look at Meltology tonight.
I think it's great that everybody calls me insane.
Captain Planet,
in this
where they all combine their elements.
It's great.
What?
Rasta was saying what I was been thinking though. I'm gonna draw a picture for you, Rasta, of what I think of how it works. There, you got ocean water, you got salt water system, and a freshwater system. And the fresh water mixes with the salt water, but not vice versa. And there's so much under our feet. We got your 8 miles of our land that we work with, and after that, man, I'm gonna draw it. I'm gonna draw it.
Yes, I understand that there is water
gotta drive.
pressure for a place far
All right,
away.
drive,
It's called the supercomputer that's running the simulation.
There's
That's
like
the thing.
holding
Like
tanks and chambers.
Some
they
people
ta-
call that God.
Rasta. Right,
Yes.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is the supercomputer God?
Not necessarily. I haven't figured that part out yet. You know, I don't.
Rasta. Did you find the Oracle yet?
We could honestly. I've definitely found the Oracle once or twice, but
Mr. Super, did you see my definition of simulation?
No.
Yeah, I put it on earlier. It's a sham. Merriam-Webster says it's a sham.
There you go.
well, Merriam-Webster's a sham too.
So-
I bet they talk
so you
about the
notice how,
globe in
like,
there
did
too.
Let me see if I can back it up a little. Did you notice how there
Joe
was
the
like
King, man,
a
good to
red,
hang out
like
with you,
right
brother.
there, like the red color that's sometimes in these rocks, right?
Yeah, they say it's
Some
iron.
people-
You think maybe it's blood?
Some people say it's the color of cooked bricks that are still left. What do you
Look at all
guys
these
think?
angles and corners.
Talk
and
amongst
stuff,
yourselves.
you know?
I
Stuff
see.
everywhere.
I see clearly. Drugs have fried your brain. I'm sorry to hear that, but you know, like
it happens. It happens to the best of us.
It does happen sometimes, so you got to be careful and do the Flat Earth Farms.
Don't do drugs.
Instead.
Disclaimer. All right. So we have
interesting. So that's holes for dynamite. These holes right here were drilled out.
All right.
And so later in the video, I go up to the China wall. If you want to
these
see,
are
if you wanna
holes.
see the
These are
tunnels,
dynamite holes too.
yeah, all of them are
Go up.
supposed.
What?
They're,
Fast forward. Go forward.
if you want to see the wall, so I go up to there, and the China
Uh-huh.
walls. It's a famous landmark, and that's where
Oh,
the
yeah,
tunnels
the
are.
the Great Wall of China.
Well, it's see they supposedly I think it was 12,000 Chinese workers that they brought in from China, and they did all this work.
And then they put 'em in a
physically
cave
Here
and blew off some
in
dynamite.
California, they brought Chinese.
Do you think that's what they're starting to do with the migrants now?
The fuck out of them later.
Like
All right, go ahead.
they brought in millions of them right now across the border. You think they're going to start building more walls and
Look into sugarcane harvesting. You'll see that never stopped, Rasta.
what? The sugarcane harvesting?
Cane, yes, sugarcane, the sugar cartel. Yeah, look into
All
that.
right, we have a question, but where is the original of this place if the place is a simulation? Yeah, Rasta. That's for you. That's aimed at you.
Well, it's obviously outside of the simulation, so it's like it's like if you look at the picture of a supercomputer, that's similar to what we're inside of right now. That there, it's like, and we're inside of it, so the place where the original of it is probably outside of whatever we're in. And we could be on a spaceship flying through, like, through space, or we could just be sitting on a shelf somewhere, like in Elon Musk's headquarters. You know, like
it's time to shave it, bro. Just shave it.
Go ahead,
Shave-
Rasta.
Just
Now
shave
they
it.
believe you. I put the banner up. Go ahead. Give
No,
us your theory.
I'm telling you that it's 100%. This is our reality, that we are in a simulation. Like it's the only way that proves
The reality
the
is
supply
gonna
chains
shake your head.
of coffee beans or bananas.
Well, a lot of things break the matrix, Ross. I agree with that part.
And yeah, and so it's like, how can you, even if you find one glitch in the matrix, even like the Mandela effect, for instance, cannot happen unless we're in something that can be edited.
Yeah, if you go
which
deep
is
enough, like coffee will break the whole matrix, dude. There's
I mean,
yeah,
I can
like,
agree with you on that. I mean,
look at
how
the
can they
amount of
edit it?
amount
There's
of
no way.
coffee that one Starbucks goes
Oh,
through in a
no,
day.
dude. I know.
Well, if it relies on that, then okay, I'm with it because we got to have coffee.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and we have to have all the things, and it's basically it's just like how cell phones
No,
work.
we only
Look about
need
the
coffee,
silly level
actually.
that they go to with that too. Ross, do they want us to go all the way down to it's
This
one
boots
guy
on the-
picking all that coffee, man. Juan Valdez is the only name that picks all the coffee beans. It's one dude.
Dude, that guy got it done.
You're
He's a
kidding
cool.
me?
What are we looking at now, Joe King?
So now this is just I'm just showing everybody Donner Summit here, the side of the beautiful,
Pretty big.
sheer walls, and look at all the
brother, man.
and that's the creek running right there, and it's just kind of a neat little scene right here.
God.
And then after that is when I walk up to the tunnels.
Do you ever see any cougars out there?
No, I have. I know they've seen me, but I haven't seen. Look at the layer of that though. Like something like that looks melted. Like if this part right here I'm walking on looks very trippy.
This energy.
Everyone, thumb this up.
Look at this.
Post it.
Standing on.
I did.
I know.
Right,
I'm just
it's like-
putting it out there.
Yeah, we got rocks like that in my backyard.
Explain what this thing is. Look how big it is.
The Donner.
So flat and big, and then straight that way.
This Donner Summit right here.
Yeah, and there's people rock climbing right there. And dude, I'm here shooting, man.
Like
And
seven little
dude,
lakes
there's
around here on Lake
so as far as stuff being man-made, you're gonna see later as I go. There's the highest peak of Donner Summit. There's a band playing up there. There's musicians playing strings. They're so small you can hardly see them, but it sounds like it's right in your ear playing.
Oh, I remember seeing that on your video.
Yeah, dude. My wife was in the car way down. You can't even hardly see her.
Oh, what was the distance? Like a mile almost, or something?
Gosh, I'll see it right here. I should Google Earth it, and I'll see the height of it. But
It
like
looked
my
to me
wife,
it was about a mile.
yeah, I'd say yeah.
And they sounded like they were right there, dude.
Mhm. My wife thought somebody's car was playing in a stereo next to hers.
Yeah.
And it's like, how does that? And who are those Freemasons up there playing their strings? You know what I'm saying? They know what's up, man. They're up there.
They know what's up.
Hell
Yo,
yeah.
So, all right. So, do I have to go? Where's the? Will you say?
Yeah,
there's
go
a
ahead. Go
cave?
fast forward. Keep going. Yeah.
It's very colorful.
Yeah, it's a trippy
Did I
place.
miss it? Did I miss
No,
it? Did I
keep
go
going.
too-
Maybe I messed up. Or maybe it ain't on this one.
Maybe it ain't. All right. Well, no, maybe it is. Maybe I missed it.
Who do I put on a pedestal, Kate? Emma? I don't put anybody on a pedestal. I don't understand.
Elon Musk.
Maybe
I bet
maybe
you
Bob.
that's-
Maybe
You get
Bob Marley.
Rasta Big gets triggered if you question him about it. All right.
But Elon is a cool dude, though. I don't put him on a pedestal, but I would
Go
kick
back
it
to-
with him.
Yeah, my videos. Go back
You
to
know,
videos.
he's
You see it?
he seems
Yeah,
like an interesting dude.
Elon wouldn't have a good evening with
I
me,
would like
Doc.
him to loan me like $10,000 or $20,000. Even if you could loan me $10. That would be
Want me to go down?
But
No, let me see. Go to.
Are you on a computer? Do you want to?
Yeah. I could. Let me look. Yeah.
Just screen share yourself.
I'll screen share.
easier.
Yeah.
Make it'll make things move much smoother.
Nice, buddy. Yeah. Let me see.
I got some stuff I can show too.
Yeah, for sure.
After.
You guys are not very nice in the chat. You guys are probably.
Oh, no, this is it right here.
You all
I
are
got it
probably
right here. What did they say
NPCs.
after?
Honestly,
Let me check it out.
those are comments from people who are
see
NPC
if I got these
characters in
people.
the
I got it right here,
simulation
but let me see.
who just want to rebuke
I mean,
what I say.
The Rasta, like the synchronicities we have are pretty interesting.
Yeah, they're fascinating. How like you'll be talking about something, and then on the kids' cartoon, for some reason the simulation really likes to use children's cartoons.
Yeah, dude.
Because like you'll be talking about something, and within a second or two, sometimes the exact same thing you were talking about will appear on that cartoon, and they'll be talking about it almost word for word what you just said, and it's
Rasta,
happened
it
so.
seems to me like the lower minded.
Joe, put it full screen, like on the corner.
The lower the mind
It'll go
the
bigger.
media, the easier it is to get hijacked like that, dude. So yeah, like children's programming, no offense, Ray, but like rap music, just dumbed down lyric music, that's the stuff that gets reprogrammed.
That it?
Or just even like traffic signs or license plates or like stickers on cars. I'll be thinking about like I've got one friend his name is Cheshire, and like I was just thinking about him that one day, and like all of a sudden within a second of that I drove past
She
past
wasn't
the
talking
car.
about you. She was talking about Elon Musk, Rasta.
Oh well, that's fine.
Easy boy. Easy boy.
You can talk about Musk. I won't tell him you said anything about him.
You can tell him I said I think he's a putz, sellout piece of shit.
I don't want to hurt his feelings. You know,
I
like
will. I will. Have him tell me.
Who is it?
Musk.
Elon.
Oh yeah.
At the very least, he's selling out his kind. Unless
So
we're
that
not
that
as
peak
much.
back there, right there, that's where they're at. That's where the musicians are.
And he's acting like space is real when he knows better.
Well, space is real. It's just that what they give us, the interpretation they tell us of space
Yeah,
is not
space
real.
is real.
But we are
any place that you can move freely is space. Dude.
The firmament.
Outer
The
space,
firmament
a
is
vacuum.
the firmament is a semi-permeable membrane that we can pass through. That's the thing. A lot of like flat earthers want to be like, no, it's like a plexiglass dome that they can't penetrate.
I don't think so. I think
they probably
there's
just don't
portals
know how
in
to
certain
penetrate
spots like
anything
that,
in life.
stars
So
are, because that's where I've seen it come through.
I'm not going to argue with you, Rasta. I'm going to go with I don't know.
yeah, that's the best bet.
That's a safe way.
Because we really don't know, other than
No,
that
and
we're
I've
in a
seen enough
simulation.
evidence that other things can come in here. So to think that we could never leave is just like part of the mental trap, right? But I don't think physical things can like easily come through. But like the sun could easily be a form of.
I think you have to like raise your vibrations higher in order to be able to leave through the things.
I'm not sure if that like holds any reality. That sounds wonderful. It sounds very zen. Sounds like something you could just try for your whole life and never figure out what the fuck you're even saying. But like reality, that's a different thing, you know.
Well, yeah.
No, because like the higher the vibration, the hotter something is. If I heat metal till it's red hot, it's because it's vibrating super fucking fast. If you were vibrating that fast, guess what color you'd be, Rasta? You'd be red.
So maybe that's how these buildings they melted, because they had a high vibration.
They raised their vibration, and yeah, dude.
Through those towers at the top, their vibration got so high that they melted.
And isn't it interesting that they have to go to almost zero to do any of this quantum tomfoolery that they're doing? Because they have to get
that's a railroad I'm walking on there. That's a railroad.
Almost stop.
These Chinamen, they built this wall for the fun of it. China wall.
The Chinamen.
How do you go into a quantum chip that's microscopic and harvest things from another dimension? What are you bringing back?
Well, very rare minerals.
Oh, so small, like smaller than sand, right?
Interdimensional particles, yes.
And they come into the chip, and then the chip
even if they bring in one particle from another dimension to this dimension that doesn't belong here, it can disrupt the space-time continuum.
Oh, yeah, of course it can. I saw that movie. Of course it can.
I got a question for you on that.
Okay, everybody knows this one. Very small rocks.
On that big block phone that it was showing, like right there.
You can mess with anything but my continuum.
Can I pause it or no?
Yeah. Pause it for a second.
How do I?
Don't mess with
like that. Looks.
Well, I gotta go back to.
Just on the corner, the little thing on the left corner. You can just pause it.
But I gotta go back to here, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
All right. So real quick on the Blockstone thing, right? So some people say that like the meltologists will tell you that like these were bricks, and then they melted out and marshmallowed, right?
Right.
And they got cooked, and all the color came out. And you can see some that look red, right? But like, I don't know, dude. Like, one time I went on Spot and Red's channel, Spot and Red, the Eagle Eye crew, and I asked them, and I was just being honest. Like, I wanted them to show me a video of a thing marshmallowing out, because I figured, you know, they're the meltologists, they probably have it, right? I never seen it. And I was looking, digging, looking for any type of video where a rock would marshmallow out, right?
Yeah.
And I couldn't find it.
I'm not mad at any of it. You know what I mean?
Do you know what they told me? Do you know what they told me? We cannot produce God's fervent heat.
That's a good answer.
But I wasn't.
Well,
I wasn't.
That's what we're saying. We don't know what it is. We can't exactly.
Like frequency.
Also, like the tools they've recently used, the directed energy weapons, like I'm saying,
fervent
maybe
heat
they just
is
don't
the
know how to
heat
use them as
required to
good.
melt any substance.
Or maybe they don't need to
How
because
about
they're
that?
just wooden buildings. Right? Did you hear me?
Well, let me show you guys something.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
I just want to talk because you guys
I'm a
don't listen to me.
researcher.
Huh? I'm listening to you.
I'm sorry, I couldn't even hear you, Singe. You were mumbling, and it was not you, but it was low. All right. So, you know, the close.
Okay, never mind. I'll tell you later.
Do you want to? All right. Let me screen share for a second.
No, I was just saying if it's a directed weapon thing, whatever. But whatever, never mind.
All right. Yeah, he's a directed energy guy. Okay. Let me see. Joe, can you take it down for a minute? So,
Stop sharing.
Yeah, let me see if it'll screen share mine. Okay, so I'm a researcher, and I was digging, and I was like, well, the closest thing I can think to a balloon rock would be glass, right? Because like blowing glass, like it's heat and glass is rock, right? It's a stone, and it bubbles out. Watch.
I don't want to interrupt you, Ray, but lava might be a better example of that. It gets more gases involved.
So these guys, this was in Humboldt at Canifest. And these guys are blowing glass.
Yep.
And this is me, boots on the ground. So cool.
Borosilicate glass, no doubt.
And look, it bubbles up.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
So then I thought, let me ask the guy what temperature it bubbles out at. Now watch.
Look, they blow glass. Beautiful. Beautiful glass. Ooh, that's hot. What temperature does it got to be for glass to melt like that?
It starts getting soft around 1100.
1100 degrees?
Torches go up to like 3000 and higher.
Oh, wow. I never seen anybody blow glass in real life before. It's cool. I used to collect a lot of glass, you know? Did you guys blow all those pieces over there? Or is... Yeah?
Are you guys gonna have this for your baby here?
They blew a lot of glass. It was cheap too.
Sue, what's up, Sue?
Singeman got it. Singeman got some glass from them. Okay. So anyway, that's my closest thing I could find to a rock bubbling out.
I'm more towards the guys that you see the guys that take the 2x4s and like, you know, microwaves go through them and stuff. Like they'll just shear a 2x4 off, like with a, you know, it's almost like the sun ain't fire. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not like heat did it. Like, you know, I'd say it's something other, you know, microwaves or something.
You can finish showing. You can put your thing back up if you want now.
Oh yeah, I just want to see the tunnels, and this is kind of more as far as the you know, all the rabbit holes go together, man. So this is like, let me get it back up. As far as the fake history stuff, how's that? Is that on there or no?
Not yet.
Okay, let me see.
No.
So I stopped sharing.
Yeah,
so I see. I gotta go back.
Off. When other people share, it throws it off.
But the I mean, these tunnels there's 16 of them, and you can see because what I'm standing on here is you know, it's a train. It's the Transcontinental Railroad, allegedly, and they just changed it. You know, so here's the giant China Wall.
Yeah.
Let me see. And then there's
this is right at the top of the pass.
Yeah, exactly. And so here's one of the tunnels right here. Oh, that piping is there. See that? There's 4. Look at that construction. 2 supplies, 2 returns guaranteed.
B. Hendricks.
Piping water in those things. You can see those there. 4 like 12-inch diameter pipes that go through there. It's giant, so they carry so much water. The end of it. That's the end of it. And all the people that built this are nowhere to be found, too. By the way, no, I mean not a trace of them, other than just stories.
Yeah.
And the same guys dug all the tunnels under Reno and stuff. I mean, look at this construction, man.
Yeah.
Look at that tunnel. That thing is this is like a short one, so you can't even see daylight on the other end. And this is not. Oh no, this is tunnel number 6.
I like the artwork.
I was just looking at this in Vegas, this group of people that live in the sewers or whatever underneath in the
Yeah,
tunnels
I see
underneath
that.
Las Vegas. They even have like a certain name for them, and they look like mutants that once they live down there long enough, like they start to mutate. Like this one chick had an eye patch on, and the other guy.
You talking about mole people?
Yeah, the mole people.
Oh, mole people, yeah.
That live under, and they said that if it floods, then they could just die instantly because the water comes shooting down into the tunnel system.
They're mole people, dude.
It
They'll
can just
survive.
wash them out.
They probably know what to do.
Moles in general are pretty fascinating. Like how the heck do they dig through the hard packed dirt and then just tunnel through and then pop up on another hole, and then they go right back down and they keep digging holes.
Hold on,
It's
I
like,
want to see what video.
do they
this
eat
is.
the?
Cool. No, I'm missing a video. It looks like.
I recognize that chord.
Yeah.
What chord was that?
I see a sun that isn't rising. I see it as it goes away. I see a platform rising. I see it chasing everything. The world don't turn around tonight. That should make you feel alright in the platform rising. I hear things have been growing. I know I'm growing love for you. The tractor, hear the roots growing. Sun comes back, is shining down on through. Yeah, the world don't turn around tonight. That's messing with your mind. It's a platform horizon. Don't turn around tonight. Messing with your mind. It's a platform horizon. Hope you got your back together. Hope you're prepared for all the night. Looks like they're all in this together. So are we, and the truth is on our side. We don't sit around tonight. Close your eyes, it's a platform horizon. No, it's not sitting out of sight. It's never when you fly, it's a platform horizon.
Named it on one chord, Rasta. One chord, a D chord, and I knew the song, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Oh, nice, dude.
Nice.
Got it, baby.
I was trying to find something that I found the other day. It's a trip. That's that you know how rivers are curvy, you know?
Yeah.
One guy, I don't know if it's true, that if you do somehow you can quantify those curves and they add up to pi somehow or something like that. I don't understand math enough, but
I don't know. When I look at the way like rivers lay out from above, like an overhead view of a river system, man, it looks an awful lot like a lightning strike, man. That Lichtenberg pattern.
Yeah,
it's the same flow, dude. The electricity
a natural pattern,
flow,
yeah,
even of water, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Which explains why, on some level, like frequency affects water because it's electric. It's electric too, dude, and diamagnetic as well. So there's that.
And frozen water has those little trails in it, you know. Yeah, like leaves and so. Yeah, that's a trip, man. Yeah, that's what because like Lake Tahoe is up at 7,000 feet. It overflows, and the Truckee River is 101 miles long, and it ends up into Pyramid Lake. And so it's the only lake that feeds another lake that I know of. And like it flows all year round. They say it's melted snow that does it, but it flows all year round. So that's got to be coming from under. It's got to be coming up Lake Tahoe, and that's kind of what I'm thinking about. Like a lot of these places were giant lakes and stuff. There were a lot of these mountains that were, you know.
Joe,
Hmm?
in East County, San Diego, we got a lot of foothills, and there'll be a spring coming out, you know, where there's, you know, it's like it's an old pumping system.
Yeah,
you know,
and probably a bunch of them.
You know, they're artesian wells, you know.
Yeah.
I've seen places in California where there's like one road cut around a mountain. So it's like a winding road, man, just barely wide enough for two cars. I mean, you got to be on it like white knuckle.
Mm-hmm.
And every once in a while, there'll be a place in the side of the mountain, maybe 24 inches in diameter or so, just a full-on flow of water, like the most flow you could get out of a 24-inch pipe coming right out of the side of the mountain. Well, they have to pipe that under the road or it would wash the whole road out. So they do just that. They drill a big pipe down, angle it over underneath the road, and let it back out of the mountain. So you see it come out, and then it goes into this pipe and goes underneath the road so it doesn't wash it away. But I mean, like you see it the first time, you're like, well, wait a minute. Well, they're solving a problem. Obviously, the problem existed before. So it's that. How long has water been coming out at that flow rate, dude?
Right?
Forever.
How long?
How long, dude?
Yeah. There's this cool hot one
back there today, and I guarantee the flow is just as strong today as it was when I saw it many years ago.
Yeah.
You know?
There's this cool one that steams on the way to going up on the way to Lake Tahoe. You see it just no matter what in the winter, you just see steam shooting out all the time, dude.
How's that?
We've got a couple places that have eternal flames, man. We got one here within 30 miles of my house. There's some like in waterfalls and stuff like that they had to light them once, but they've been burning for hundreds of years, and you know, like, so I mean, we have such a surplus of flammable stuff here. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's fascinating. East County's a trip, man. That's where they fled. That's where the first was it 1906 or something? There was the drought, and it was the first cloud seeding incident or whatever, and the guy literally flooded the whole East County and caused like $30 million worth of damage. And the funny part about it was they owed him $30,000 to do it, and so to seed the clouds. And he had to sue him to get his $30,000 or whatever dollars.
Wow,
yeah,
that's a fact. Yeah.
All right.
That was here, huh? Wow.
Yeah, that's a famous story there. I think it was early 1900. I think before 1910, I believe.
Dude, it seems like everything these bastards have gotten involved in, they've tanked it at one point or another.
Yeah.
Look at what they're doing now with railroads, and then look at what they've done with molasses and chemicals and plastics, and you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It always, man, it's like you see in the movie, we'll take over the whole town. We'll start with the garbage.
Yeah. Totally, man. And that's what I think the takeover was controlling the water. You know, I think water, like I was watching that show Amazing Race, and there's this place in Thailand where you take a boat and you go through it goes through an orange orchard, and you just knock the oranges into the water and just scoop them out in your boat.
Done on
and I mean,
bricks.
that's an
I'll
old
try to
place, you
research
know. It's
this
been like that for
subject.
1,000 years.
It's
Probably.
just not something.
Yeah.
That,
I mean,
Okay.
that's the way you used to do it. It was economical. It was easy. There's water everywhere. You know, you got on little boats. Like Indiana has places like that where you take boats around and stuff.
That's cool.
This video is cool because he shows that bricks come out.
people have been bet, and I just found him while searching melted bricks
Good video.
for anyone that shows an example of this taking place. Now this is super overkill. We're just looking to melt a regular brick. The brick he's melting here is a fire brick.
Fire brick.
Later on in the video, I'll show you that these bricks can withstand temperature.
So we did research on fire bricks like 250 episodes back.
Yeah.
And it was like, you know, they're very fire resistant bricks, you know, so they can take a beating.
And you can even get them to the melting point and they still don't like sag unless you're blowing something through that hole or pushing something through that hole. It'll heal right back up when it cools.
Yeah.
There's the
Doesn't flow like
4,000
liquid.
degrees Fahrenheit, a fire brick, much stronger than a regular brick. And here, this guy with his oxyhydrogen torch is kicking out 4,600 degrees Fahrenheit. And let's have a little look. And here he goes. He's just torching away, torching. 4,600 degrees. Now look at this little puddle of hole. And here again, it looks like he's hitting it. And we'll see what kind of damage he does this time. Unbelievable and clearly melted. Look at the spot he did initially. Just looks like a blob of melt. And this is just a focused spot. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. And I love that we have the old one next to it. And there you go. That's our first melting of brick. And we'll continue. I thank you for being here. Welcome.
Welcome, random fan. Random fans here. Alright, I'm gonna speed this up a little. Always gotta speed him up. Gotta speed his ass up.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to record as I research. There's just too
Well,
much
you
stuff
should
I'm
look at
passing
the
by,
latest
and I'll probably
Divergent.
Get back to it. I can't verify
pretty
this.
good.
This is from 2017, and we're
Too
told this
fast.
brick has been fired to melt.
What
Half London
Divergent,
brick
Singe?
From London, and apparently it looked like.
I think the latest
Singe.
one's pretty good. Let me hold on and check it out.
I've seen the movies Divergent. They're pretty good. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of them. Oh, what are you talking about?
YouTube Divergent.
Oh, throw it in the
Okay, I'll
private
put it
chat.
up a minute.
All right.
This, I'm not sure. It looks like a muffin. But can a brick melt? I believe so. I've shown one in a past video. But
Can a
let's
brick melt?
focus on the present.
Yes.
Can a brick
Yeah.
melt?
Yes.
Under normal circumstances or a normal fire, like the Great Fire of Everything in the late
The Great Fire of
1800s,
Everything.
early 1900s.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't think
Everything.
that
I
a
was
fire
there.
just passing through a city in
It was
that
my
time
cow
period,
tipped over a
very low
lantern
tech, we're
in your
told,
barn.
would make brick buildings crumble.
These Great
or
Fire
bust up
photos are
into
off the
pieces.
hook, dude.
That I think
This is how they found the place.
is not realistic. But how about if it was hit with 2,000 or 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit? Could brick melt? We've looked at this picture before of this brick munitions depot that was
I've
set
seen
to
this
blow
one.
up. And many people don't think this is an example of melted brick. So let's not use this one. It is a very interesting study. And where most of the heat would be, up on the top, we seem to have dripping. But again, we won't use this example. Here's an example of some bricks melting back into mud. A very, very interesting example. But the question today is,
Yeah.
can a brick...
Is that melted though? Is it proven?
I don't know if you didn't.
It
fire
looks like that
bricks,
could have been
if you just-
under
if you made
mud.
If you
underwater.
made brick shapes out of earth, but you never fired them, and then you left them exposed, that's exactly what you would end up with. But it's never going to. It wouldn't require heat. It would require just water. Water and time would do that. If they were never fired to begin with.
Check it out.
So this could be staged, or this could be just unfired bricks left out.
Yeah.
You know, they weren't good enough
brick
to be
melt?
fired.
This
for
is not a good
whatever reason. They
example, so we
passed
won't
or
use
they
this
failed
one.
early
Who could we
inspection.
turn to? Who could melt us a brick? So here I've just punched in melted bricks on the
Okay.
DuckDuckGo.
That looks like it could be underwater for a while because look how smooth it looks.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know.
Polished.
It looks like coral. It looks like coral.
You're right.
But if we're gonna assume that it's melted, no, I'm just
And
messing
let's
around.
have a
That
little look
that white would
at what
all
we can see.
cook with salt water too.
So let's start with this one. This looks like a bona
Salty
fide
brine.
brick. Bona fide. And what has happened to this brick? It looks like great heat has been passed.
And I'm not trying to tell you guys what to think. Like, think for yourselves and do your own research. You know, don't listen to me. I'm just telling you, I've researched all this shit for days. For days.
Passing through it. Of course, the brick must have been facing the other way.
Ryan.
And the brick was dripping. Was there something else dripping through it, as some arrogant prick might proclaim? No, this is melting brick.
That's a
Let me
melted
repeat
brick,
myself.
okay?
Melted.
That
brick.
is a melted
Yes,
brick.
To all.
But how does that turn into a mountain?
Whoa.
Right? Like, come on. I don't know. It would have to be a lot of them. Dude.
Who may be concerned, let it be known, brick can melt. And yeah, this video is
Ta-da,
mostly
we have our
addressing
answer.
one person.
We have our
One
answer.
studio
So if
just
you
warned
voted
me,
for it
and
could
she's right.
melt, you
If you don't know
win.
who that is, that's my
Right?
belts out of me out, keeping me in check. And I accept, even though I'm right. Let's look a little deeper. The Clay Club. The Clay Club posted this in 2012.
The Clay
Forgive me,
Club
I
is
have to feed my
Rasta
cat.
Bear's club
Okay,
that he
I'm
hangs
back.
out in on the weekends.
Fish and bone broth. for
We
the
play with
princess.
clay.
Forgive me. The Clay
How was
Club.
Clay Club
Sorry,
tonight,
this is
Rasta
a
Bear?
small victory for the melted community, which I do not proclaim to be a part of, but I do believe that a brick can melt. And we shall save this
He
bookmark.
believes it.
And once again, the Clay Club. Monday, November 12th, 2012, long before anybody made a peep about such ideas. Right around the Mayan prophecy, just a little before it. Perhaps it came to pass. Perhaps this right here was a nugget of truth dropped in this fine year for me
Maybe.
to share with you.
It's iffy though. It's not guaranteed. It's a maybe. All right. What else we got? Joe, you got anything else? I got more. If you want, I mean, I can go down the line.
Yeah, man. Whatever. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, what is? All right. Let me ask you this:
Mhm.
Is there a video or something you can think of that made you really believe everything was melted? Like what convinced you? And
I'd
how long have you
say-
been studying it? Go ahead.
Well, okay. There's one like out in New Mexico. If you look at Google Earth, there's like a shape of a star for it, and for
Yeah,
a star,
I'll try to get up Google Earth, dude.
yeah, and
Oh,
so
let me look up. I don't like Google; it's fake. All right, let me look up pictures of it. Do you know what it's called? Or do you just know where it is?
I don't know exactly where it is, but like I know there's one in Nevada somewhere and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is like the destruction
Yeah.
of the Southwest is insane, dude. Like,
yeah.
I mean, they kept people out of the whole Western United States for so long, and they did so much damage. Who knows what they, the different methods they used, and
They're
I've
still
been
doing it in the
inside
Grand
Hollow.
Canyon, if not other places. Some
I
of
mean,
the
the
national
Grand
parks
Canyon's
as well.
amazing. Yeah. Sheer cliffs and things. I mean, these things are not, this thing was planned, it was a giant plan. And I'll bring up one video that I was on top of the Lovelock Caves, the famous caves where the Indians supposedly burned the red-headed giants inside that cave.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
what was impressive was standing on
Giants.
top of it.
Giants.
Standing on top of that
deep.
cave and looking at the valley. I could imagine 1 million people living in that valley. It was just amazing, dude.
They
Like,
said there's a huge lake there.
Lahontan.
I'm warning you.
You're funny.
I think.
All right, so
I'm
we're
off
gonna
Giants for a while.
So all right, let me show you what I think the Giants were. All right, you guys talk. Go ahead.
They're cool.
I'm off the Giants for a minute, man. I'm backing off the Giants and the giant trees.
I don't know
And-
about the giant trees. I never researched the giant trees. I thought
It's
it
in the
sounded
Bible.
ridiculous.
Nephilim.
I seen a video that was
Anunnaki.
called "No Trees on the Flat Earth," and it just. So
I mean,
anyway,
there was big trees, that's for sure. There was a lot,
I got-
and
I
maybe
got
even
hundreds
bigger
of
people.
giant doors that they built in the 1700s. Okay.
I just think that we're in an environment like a fishbowl that we're only going to grow so big inside this
that's cool.
place that we live. I
Nice.
think everything is designed a certain size. I think we're the perfect size. I don't think the Giants are like, let's build it for us and for the little people later that after we leave that are going to take over. You know what I mean?
I don't know
It doesn't
about
make
Titan Giants, but maybe like 15 feet
big,
tall.
yeah, big people, something like that, maybe 7-footers or something like that. Society of
Oh
7-footers.
no,
That'd
because
be-
those giant doors. Well, I'm thinking like 15, 20 feet.
What do we do with the mountains that look like giants? I know, most of them are not.
That's cool. I
But
mean,
there's a couple, dude. That's like, wow.
But if you go at it, if you look at it from a different angle, you will like, oh, it doesn't even look like it.
I don't take it off the table. I just want more. I need more. I need more
Yeah,
proof.
dude.
Like
Yeah.
same with
That's
but I mean
solid.
that goes with saber-toothed tigers and
Yeah, I want one of those.
you know, all that stuff. I got to hold one in my hands, you know,
Dinosaurs aren't real.
you know, like mammoths and stuff like that. Like, I don't mind them, but you know, I've been looking at stuff for years myself, bro. And
what about baby pigeons? Have you ever seen a baby
isn't
pigeon?
leading anywhere, you know?
Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
No, because there's spy cameras.
Me neither, but I'm pretty sure that they exist.
Have you ever seen a snake?
Let me show you guys real quick. Okay.
Did anybody ever have a snake that died old age?
You guys see these elongating skulls that
Oh
they find?
no! Actually, yikes! As a kid, I forgot to feed my snake. It sucks.
So he died.
The
I
only way I
left
didn't
in the
die,
winter
probably.
time to go out east from Michigan. I turned the heat way down the house and came back, and my snake was frozen.
Oh,
we learned the hard way.
but not old age though, huh? Have you ever seen one die old age?
I don't know if that one's real, honestly.
No.
I don't know if that's real. But they do find them, dude. Like, look, here's this one. This one looks real.
I've seen snakes regenerate from,
that's
from
small,
some pretty nasty injuries, though, like losing their whole tail right up to almost their anus, or losing an eye that dried up and turned into like a raisin and eventually regenerated.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, wow.
That's why that's
So,
why
like,
snakes.
They show these things. They show these things on like this one's elongated skulls in South and Middle America.
We get our regenerative power from the little bit of snake serpent DNA that we have.
No,
just saying, because I'm crazy.
Not
But,
secure.
you know,
No, get out of there.
this is not medical advice.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you about something like that later.
They find them. They look prehistoric skulls.
Do not take my advice. See
All
your
right.
doctor. Fire his
And then,
ass.
and then what I wanted to show you was this, right? They found them supposedly under the Vatican, dude. Look, we can talk over it.
Yeah, Vatican City, man.
They got all the
So-
stuff at the Vatican. They got the freaking
Rome was flooded, dude, and they dug it out.
Yeah, look at the Lavoro mines.
So look what they're doing
in Greece.
They've been excavating all over Rome, dude, and they've been finding underground cities. They just found a new one. I'll bring it up after. But dude, there's entire cities under there, and they find elongated skulls under the Vatican. I mean, that's crazy.
So what do
Look.
we do with all the catacombs under France that are full?
And they try to tell you that it's aliens, ancient aliens.
do
They're
with
like,
all that?
"Oh, it's
Explain
not.
that.
It's giants.
Yeah, what do we do with that, dude? All arranged like polished and like in sigil format as far as the eye can see, and then fenced off so you can't see however many more there are.
I just got done watching the Daryl Dixon spinoff of the Walking Dead, and he goes to France and that, and like one of the henchman's lair is actually at the catacombs.
Really? German.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's speaking.
The most unexplainable thing. Yep.
I don't like this place anymore. Just saying.
They found like I don't know what they're saying. I'm not translating.
I know I've been saying that
I'm
too.
not
But I
being
think they're
paid-
gonna make me stay here.
I'm not being
another
paid enough
30
to
years.
translate.
Don't hold it against me, but I want out of here, man.
Whoa! Look at that.
So,
dude, that looks like the Tartarian buildings, dude.
Yeah, dude.
So if these
Yeah,
are
what's up?
tunnels that were there before, could it be that possibly what Israel's doing right now is like destroying tunnels that were there?
Yeah, those are already there.
The
Those-
7,000
those
Islands thing
tunnels.
came up about
Yeah.
3 or 4 months ago. It's not brand new. He's just late to the party. Whoever put that in the chat.
Late to the party.
That was Carol that put that in the chat. Yeah, that happened several months ago. Just out of the blue. Japan said, oh, yeah, by the way, we just found over 7,000 islands that we didn't know were right off our coast. Those are ours, too.
So all right, yep.
What's up with that? Where were
That's out
they?
of there.
Probably hiding with those like 1-inch organs that we had in the back of our throat that they missed somehow, too.
Hold on.
Where were those islands?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I do feel better about having my kidneys up underneath my rib cage, though. Just between you, me, and the fence post. Don't tell anybody. I do like that upgrade.
All right, look at this. So if you search like Rome,
got a
like
free upgrade.
Roman cities found underground. Look, Forelli Novi, a stone's throw from modern day Rome, has been buried underground for around 13 centuries, about a quarter of a square kilometer. And I don't know if I don't think it's 13 centuries, but it was there in the area. The town is thought to have been founded in 241. I mean, the word founded means found.
The Forellis
inhabited until early medieval times. Go ahead, Rasta.
The Forellis, weren't that the mob family on the Goonies that were after the Goonies the whole time?
Look, here's a map of it.
Can't help you, Rasta. Never watched Goonies.
I never seen it either, Rasta. But I know people that did.
No, I collected it, never watched it.
Archaeologists discovered an ancient city buried 30 miles outside of Rome without ever digging it up. So this is like the perimeter of what the place looks like. Archaeologists use radar technology to map Forelli Novi, a Roman city last inhabited more than 13,000 years ago. They discovered new structures like public monument that appeared to have no direct parallel in Roman archaeology. So they found historic things that had nothing to do with Roman history.
Yeah.
And this is what they're telling us. Their recent study offers a window into life into ancient Rome where people enjoyed shopping, bathing, and going to the theater. So there you go. That's one. Dude, they just dug one up the other day. Let me see if it comes up.
Yeah, I got one too. A little called the La Rio mines. A video, but I don't know. Would you get in trouble to show all this stuff, or
no? We can talk over it.
Or you?
No, that ain't gonna work. Oh, maybe it will. I'm not doing it right now though. All right, let's see. We'll see if this one will play. This looks cool. Yeah, real quick. If it'll play, we're good. Yeah, I think it will. Okay. This is an ancient Roman city that they found underwater. So, like I said, the cities could be underwater.
Yeah.
Look,
I'm hooked
here's
on
one
these
right
videos,
here,
dude.
Oh, it ain't there. All right. Ancient Roman city found underwater. Part of a Roman city that experts believe was submerged in the 4th century has been found off the coast of northeastern Tunisia. All right. I don't have the video, but it was there. Roman city found underwater.
Stuff all comes in my feed, man. I love it.
So we know that there's cities underneath us.
They have this one
even further than we think under the water.
Yeah, and underneath us, like Phil Schneider, which I like to talk about. He was in charge of building a lot of these bases.
Dude, there's 6 of us on the panel. We could take some really cool votes. Like everybody, just give your one-word answer for your best thought of what might cause the tides. I'll go first.
Yeah, what do you think? Yeah,
I think the tides are caused by or centralized around the North Pole, like a change of the water, mixing of the waters.
I think the Earth is breathing.
But where from? The edge or just some random place?
No, okay. Like the firmament is kind of like breathing in and out, in and out, in and out, and that causes the tides. That's what I think. But I don't know.
I think it's like a battery, and it's like the AC DC current and
charging cycle.
Yeah, it's a charging cycle in a battery for how the supercomputer.
Well, that would be
because I think inside the simulation, all of us are like batteries, and and that's why they.
Rasta's always bringing it back to the simulation.
They have certain groups of people focus on the negative, and then they have other people focus on the positive.
All right, let's go to John. Let's see what John thinks. Number one cause of the tides.
Well, it could be, like Raymond was saying, breathing from the 4 rivers, rivers.
So do you think that water is being exchanged in and out of this realm, or is it the same water, just the levels are changed?
Oh, just same water circulating.
So like the container gets smaller and larger, and that makes the levels go higher and lower.
The Earth is alive. The Earth is alive. The plants grow.
Okay.
But
So
listen,
would it
though,
be
there's two
in
theories.
that kind?
There's two main theories in flat Earth on what causes the tides.
John, can I ask you, like, would it be more likely that the edges of the container were getting smaller, or like the bottom, like the diaphragm, the bottom of the ocean is coming up and down like breathing? Would one of those be at play in that model or that thought?
For sure. Yeah, I mean, it's all speculation, but
Sure, yeah, that's what we're doing.
I think the moon could also
but then also
be.
the sun and moon, I know they feed off each other.
Yep.
I mean, I have an idea.
And I think that there could be some type of magnetism at work with the actual tides, and
Yeah,
you know maybe the how
the
salt.
problem with that, Rasta, is that the diamagnetic materials like water or bodies, mice, our bodies, whatever, they react in magnetic fields, but extremely weak. So you can't
But
use a magnet
maybe
to lift.
with salt water though.
Even with salt water, you can't use a magnet to lift or move water very
Well,
much.
maybe it's a different type of magnet that doesn't apply to our normal
Okay,
rules of
because
physics.
we got the gyroscopic force, which is really, we could argue that's not magnetic or electric. That's a different force altogether.
That's why fresh water is
You got to
not-
go to Joe King for an answer. What do you think? Most likely cause of tides?
Well, I think it's like if that's an ocean, right?
Oh, he took
Okay,
the time.
one of
to
these is an
draw.
ocean. Okay, one of these is an ocean, and that's an Atlantic and Pacific Ocean. Are these two things right here?
Okay.
And there's something that goes under. It goes under, and it it circulates above in the what do you call it? The where you can go like from Florida and go to India. You know that right there. But it goes down. It goes under, and there's a chamber. There's a giant, huge chamber underneath the ground right here. And like it goes one direction and it has how a check valve works?
Yeah.
Where it goes, it opens, right? And if it backs up, and so the breathing, the earth is kind of breathing, the water
You're talking about the Gulf
over
Stream.
and under, and then it stops like a check valve and does it like it's hard to explain, man.
Like the
There's
Gulf
something,
Stream.
there's a system circulate, everything circulates.
Okay, so I got a question in your system. Hold your paper back up. In your system, would it be that like the tide would rise on one side while it lowered on the opposite side, and then that system would reverse? Eventually, they would come to rest at level again, but one side goes up and the other side goes down and back?
Well, it would. The difference would be inside this tank.
Well, yeah, if that's a pump,
right?
Yeah, you wouldn't see it on the surface.
How do they work? Is it
I don't know.
one giant-
That my next question is like I realize we call it the seven seas, and we think of like the Atlantic and Pacific as different oceans. They're not. They're all one big. They all connect, right? They're all one level body of water. We know,
right?
But like, so when the tide goes up on the East Coast, is it going up on the West Coast, or is there that yin and yang action that I'm talking about, where one side's going up as the other side's going down? It's the same volume of water, just it goes lower on one side and higher on the other.
Do we know that, or
I don't know that.
I think there could be even multiple suns and moons at play.
All right. So how many tidal cycles do we have? How many high tides do we have in a day?
Yeah, let's figure that out.
I think it's every 6 hours there's a cycle, but I don't know. Like, is there 2 high tides in a day?
I thought there was 2 high tides and 2 low tides.
So every 6. Yes, there's your 6.
So, Mr. Super, like this is 2 systems here. You got your saltwater system,
Yeah,
like
I
the
know,
battery,
dude.
the
That doesn't
battery,
make it any easier in my mind.
and then the fresh water runs off tributaries into the saltwater, and since it'll overflow, that system has to work somehow.
But see, Joe, you also have then fresh water always entering salinated water, always. But yet the salinity level, the percentage doesn't change.
I know that I can't.
That
Everywhere.
Or how come when I drill down on my land that's near the sea, I hit fresh water?
I mean,
how can I drill down on my land in one place and hit water, and drill down in another place on my land and hit fucking oil?
It's insane.
And then I go drill up in the mountain and I hit natural gas.
And the as far as people, as far as like a channel or something to look at, is the APV Angels. The system stuff. As far as the technology,
But he does use the Pac-Man map though.
Yeah, he does leave you in a Pac-Man world.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, man, there's something.
He's all right. I talked to him. He's cool.
Volcanoes.
Yeah, we could get along.
Oil. These things are systems, and you got 8 miles that we could drill into. And what's under that? What's 10 miles under us? How deep is this place?
Yeah. What if it all just restarted and there was like a sky?
We
like,
never got Sinja's answer, dude. We got to get Sinja's answer.
Yeah.
You got to tell
I've
us.
just been trying to get a word in all night.
Titans underneath the sea plane.
And they do something every 6 hours without fail. I got to get up, man. It's low tide, man. Give me the wrench.
I'm trying to find the video on it. I know this.
It's Titans.
I'd say that magnetism. I like the magnetism idea. And
You're on the job, man.
Swirling around in your bathtub when you swirl around in your bathtub, that kind of thing. So.
Oh shit!
Maybe things are just rocking around.
Straight to the bathtub.
Well, anyway, there's two theories. There's one that the sun goes around. All right, and it brings the tides with it because it's electromagnetic.
If that's true, I got to stop you and ask: would the sun be a pulling or a pushing force?
The sun and the moon, that moving around, and then the other one is that the Earth is breathing in and out because it's alive.
Yeah,
it has like a pulse,
which lends to the Gaia.
I think it's a little of both.
Living planet, which kind of makes sense because how do you get living things out of a dead thing? So maybe.
Yeah, what if we were just alive inside of like someone else's body right now, like inside of a woman's womb?
I think I'd feel the same way I do right now. I'd want out, Rasta. That's my answer.
Rasta, I got a hot tub.
You got a hot tub?
I got a hot tub.
Nice.
I got a hot tub, dude.
Yeah, this is it. This is it. This is what I was looking for, but this is somebody else put it on. But let's do it. Let's go for it.
I gotta get in the hot tub.
This is.
They actually just reopened these hot springs out here outside of Portland.
Hold
They're
on,
about
Rasta.
an hour out. I gotta tell you though about Bagby Hot Springs.
All right. Well, go ahead. I just don't want. I want to get this out of the way. But go ahead.
I just wanted to
Tell
share
us,
about
we're
Bagby real
here.
quick because it's such an epic
About
place. You drive out in the middle of the woods, and then you hike for like about 2 miles, and then there's these hot tubs. Some of them are built out of like hollowed out trees and stuff out there, and you just go out there to the hot tubs. It's really nice.
Yeah, the ones over by my house here. There's ones like the hottest one, and there's 5 of them, and the closest one's the hottest, and the other one's the coolest. Everybody knows. It's over in what do you call it? But yeah, it's crazy, dude. I got a video where I found one hot spring.
Well, Newton theorized, and it is now commonly taught, that the Earth's ocean tides are caused by gravitational lunar attraction.
The voice.
Okay,
yeah. No.
That's one of the things that helps
Man,
cause
you're crazy.
tides. You also have Earth's spin, the sun, the shape of.
This is a video trying to debunk them. Wrong one. I was looking for that video. I'll find it. I don't want to hear that bullshit.
Gravy, man. That dude started that word.
Yeah, so he was saying it was well, I don't want to play the other guy. Let me see if I can find it.
Joe King, you know where Smith Valley is, right?
Where, down south where you're at?
No, Smith Valley, over by Lake Topaz.
Okay, gotcha. Yep. Mm-hmm.
They got hot springs there.
Yeah.
That feeds the municipal swimming pool.
See, and those used to be everywhere. I mean, I found those. I looked it up, and those things were every city had one. The Arrowhead water, they're in down in Southern California where they fill up their trucks. They literally pull up and fill their trucks up with is it Arrowhead? Yeah, it's Arrowhead.
Yeah.
And that whole and I looked it up. That whole place, That whole place had a giant swimming pool, everything, man. People used to go to these places and like heal. There was one in Montana, and it was a 300-foot long and 100-foot wide swimming pool, like the biggest pool ever.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I think that was John Levi, but did that. I think one of these channels.
Yep. Here we go.
Wow, dude.
Dude, when you can't find a video, you just look it up on Google.
Okay.
And it comes up and it shows you whatever platform
It's
it's
exactly
on.
what you're looking for. That's what, yeah.
Wow, dude.
Dude, I just searched every platform and I couldn't find this video, and then I went to Bing and it came up.
Bing's tied into AI. Bing and Edge are both tied into AI now.
It is on
Taught
YouTube.
and believed.
Unfortunately.
Which is a program.
Some things weren't before.
Tides are caused by gravitational lunar attraction. The moon's gravity allegedly generates something
What up, Hugh?
called tidal force,
Not
which causes
artificial
Earth and its
intelligence.
water to bulge out, not only on the side closest to the moon, but also the side farthest from the moon. Using their own calculations and predictions, however, if the moon is only 2,160 miles in diameter and the Earth 8,000 miles, it follows that Earth is 87 times more massive, and therefore the larger object should attract the smaller to it, and not the other way around.
Oh, it's glitching tonight, but it's gonna come back. Everyone come over to the main channel, Boston Ray Mudfoot Adventures. That's where everybody is. That's where the party's at.
Heliocentrists claim Earth's greater gravity is what keeps the moon in orbit. Therefore, it is impossible for the
so
moon's
cute.
far lesser gravity to supersede the Earth's gravity at Earth's sea level, where its gravitational attraction would even further out-trump the moon's.
Joe, you're gonna see tomorrow. This stream is gonna break records, dude. We got it on 5 YouTube channels and 1 Odyssey channel right now. Going.
Nice.
It's gonna end
Oh,
up
yeah, I got
doing
Odyssey
it.
too.
If you can add it, but it's a little more complicated, I think.
Is it? Yeah. Stuff's
You
hard
have
to work
to,
with.
you have to go to Odyssey and get your stream key, and you just copy and paste it.
Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah, there's two numbers you have to copy and paste in there.
It has
Yeah,
enough
you-
gravitational
You could do it.
influence to
Do you do
lift the
Rumble too,
ocean's
or no?
water even a single
You can
inch
throw
from
Rumble
their
into
deep
the same way.
recesses,
You got to
where
get the
Earth's
stream key and the
gravitational
password
attraction
or something.
is
You just go
exponentially
boop,
greater,
boop, copy paste.
then there is
copy,
nothing in
paste.
the theory of gravity to prevent the water from continuing its attraction all the way to the moon. Furthermore, the velocity and path of the moon are uniform, and thereby should exert a uniform influence on Earth's tides, when in actuality, the Earth's tides vary greatly. At Port Natal, for example, the rise
What
and
up,
fall
Kimberly?
is only 6 feet, while
Merry
at
Christmas,
Vieira,
everybody.
600
Ho, ho,
miles
ho.
up the coast, the rise and fall is 26 feet.
What?
Not only this, but if the moon's gravity was truly generating a tidal force causing Earth and its water to bulge
Yes,
out,
don't forget to troll
all the world's lakes,
the Yuletide
marshes,
Carol.
So wait, so that's what they're trying to tell us causes the tides, like the. Is he saying the globe? The globe? He's saying that the moon and the.
Yeah, he's saying they say, yeah.
ponds and other inland
He's relying
waters
heavily
would
on
be
the moon
similarly affected
being the
and have
cause.
tides as well. These
But
and
that works on a flat Earth too.
other problems caused Isaac
Right.
Newton to open the
No,
does.
you have to prove
that
to
his
me that the moon
explanation
is
of
a
the
solid
tides
object
was the
before I
quote-
even
Well,
considered
no,
that.
think about it. If the moon
There's
and
no
sun
moon
were
on a
close,
flat Earth.
and they were like
There
right
you go.
above the water as they go around, they might bring the tides.
If the
still.
moon is a projection, then it's not doing anything.
I feel good when I sit out in the moonlight, man.
satisfactory portion of
You
his
feel
theory
you
of
do or you don't.
gravitation.
I do. I feel
Dr.
good.
Samuel
I
Rowbotham
feel good the
wrote,
next day.
Thus we have been
Really?
carried forward
Yeah.
by the sheer force of evidence to the conclusion that the tides of the sea do not arise from the attraction of the moon.
Yeah, we used to do this every night for like years, and then it kind of got redundant. So now we're just doing it Friday nights. It seems to be working out. Boom.
But simply from the rising and falling of the floating earth in the waters of the great deep.
So I see clearly
That
as a really smart
calmness which
guy,
is
he put in
found
the
to
chat
exist
that
at the bottom of the
magnetism
great
is the
seas
only real
could not
force
be
that moves
possible.
matter.
Yeah, he's researched this stuff. I know he has. We should get him. We should get him on the show.
If the waters were alternately raised by the moon and pulled down by the earth. Bearing this fact in mind, that there exists a continual pressure of the atmosphere upon the earth, and associating it with the
Oh, all right. I thought I lost sound again.
fact that the
You
earth
lost
is a
Singe.
vast
He's
plain
frozen.
stretched out upon the waters, and it will be seen that it must of necessity slightly fluctuate or slowly rise and fall in the water, as by the action of the atmosphere the earth is slowly depressed. The water moves towards the receding shore and produces the flood tide. And when, by the reaction of the resisting oceanic medium, the Earth gradually ascends, the waters recede, and the ebb tide is produced. This is the general cause of tides. Whatever peculiarities are observable, they may be traced to the reaction of channels, bays, headlands, and other local causes.
See how the water
David
receded?
Wardlaw
Look.
Scott wrote, Tides vary
Let's go back.
greatly
So
in
that's why
height,
I'm showing
owing
this.
chiefly to
People are like, what does tides have to do with tides on the flat Earth have to do with meltology? Well,
Everybody
look,
follow. I see clearly. Click on it.
if it was flooded, right? Say
Yeah.
this was flooded on a
Yeah.
large scale,
Right.
All right, this is just a small lake
Right,
or
but this was
ocean.
like
of
that
channels,
everywhere.
Now watch. Now
headlands,
watch.
and
Now
other
watch.
local
Boom, mountains.
Just like that, dude.
causes. David Wardlaw Scott wrote, Tides vary greatly in height, owing chiefly to the different configurations of the adjoining lands. At Chepstow, it rises to 60 feet, at Portishead to 50, while at Dublin Bay it is but 12, and at Wexford
That's
it is
awesome.
5
The ocean is a lot of water,
The Earth
dude.
itself has a
Oh.
slight tremulous motion.
That's awesome
May be seen in
footage.
the movement
What?
of the spirit level,
That's
even
great
when fixed
film.
as steadily as possible, and that the sea has a fluctuation may be witnessed by the
That's
oscillation of
dedication
an
and
anchored
some
ship
really good
in the calmest
camera
day
work.
of summer.
This is his
By
channel.
what means the
But you-
tides
you
are
get-
so
you
regularly
guys all have
affected
wrenches, right?
is that
You have to have a
present
good camera for that.
Possibly
Kimberly,
it may
you
be
can
by
click
the
on
his
atmospheric
avatar
pressure on the
with your
waters
finger,
of the great deep,
and you can
and
go to his
perhaps
channel.
even the moon itself,
That's
as
why I give
suggested
you all
by the
wrenches.
late Dr. Robotham.
Alternatively,
may
you can
influence
use a
the atmosphere,
stylus.
You can come
increasing
join
or
us,
diminishing.
eh?
Actually, yeah,
Or
come
a
on. I'll give you the
mouse
link if you want to
click.
come on. Actually,
Yeah, come
later.
on.
But also, yeah. So have a subbing party. Everybody sub everybody because YouTube takes away about 3
Oh
seconds.
yeah,
pushing
definitely.
its barometric pressure, and indirectly the rise and fall of the Earth in the waters.
I see that sign.
The tides are clearly a product of the interconnected ocean waters, and not the other waters
See,
of Earth,
there it goes again.
and therefore
Boom.
caused either by
Mountain.
a natural fluctuation of the Earth resting upon the great deep, as stated by the above and other 19th century authors, or, if more ancient explorers' accounts can be trusted, an even more fascinating possibility presents itself. Many
Yeah, that's his
cultures
channel.
throughout history have recorded that located
Yeah,
at the
good
North
channel.
Pole exists a large lodestone mountain surrounded by a massive whirlpool
Mount
vortex,
Meru, my
which was
favorite
claimed
mountain.
to cause the Earth's
Yep.
tides. This maelstrom
well-
allegedly reverses direction every 6 hours.
Thank me after you watch some of his videos and you're like, whoa, I can
Who
see
is
now.
this?
I can see clearly now. What?
ultimately
I know,
pulling
right?
in and pushing out the ocean waters like the breath of Gaia at the naval center point of Earth, breathing in and out twice per day. If true, this explains the consistent regularity of high and low tides better than any other proposed theory. Ancient
It's
Norse
glitching out
legends
a little bit.
state that a
That's 'cause we're
gigantic
running
violent
5, 1,
whirlpool
2, 3,
known
4,
as
6
Virgulmir,
channels.
or the World's Well,
We're running 6 channels tonight.
surrounds the polar mountain, and via 4 6-hour daily
love it.
cycles of pushing and
Well
pulling
done.
through subterranean channels causes the rising and falling tides of Earth.
He's been popping in and out all night.
Historical records of
Popping
this
in and out.
deep abyss
Who,
can be found as
Sean?
early as the 8th century
Yeah.
AD.
Hello, can you hear me?
Or Polypicum.
What are you huffing helium tonight, Random Fan?
Yeah.
Do you have any do you have any of your
Thanks for
puppets going?
changing.
Do you have any of your puppets going? Oh, he's good.
Oh man,
Sounded
are you
cool.
in your shed, your
Some
worm
buttons.
shed?
Making some buttons.
What's up? Buttons?
Just
Nice.
a minute. Can you see him?
Hold on, let's go. Oh, cool. You got a Morgan one? Who's that?
No
Voynich?
way.
Oh wow.
No way.
That's
That was
cool.
What?
And Joe King?
Dang.
Oh, and Jay Star?
Nice.
And
Dude,
Cinchman and
thank you,
Levelhead?
buddy.
Look at my silver one. That's
Oh,
bad.
the Levelhead buttons already have been making their rounds.
Oh, boy.
Boy. Under that.
Sean, how can people get these buttons?
That's awesome. Sean is a dedicated artist and a very great
He has
person.
a
Yeah, what did you want? What did you guys want? You guys want to ask me a question?
How can people get these buttons from you? For free.
Then they
Listen, go ahead, tell them.
Self-addressed stamped envelope 2.
5896 P.O. Box 5896 Salem, Oregon. Care of Random Fan.
Say it again. Say it again.
Sean.
You glitched out. Say it again. You glitched
We'll type
out.
it in chat. We'll type it in.
Type it in the chat. Go ahead.
5896 Salem, Oregon. Random Fan. Sean. Care of.
Send him a self-addressed envelope, and he'll send you some buttons.
Wow.
You got stickers
Yeah, that's
too?
free.
You got stickers too?
Yeah, yeah.
Or stickers and buttons.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Do it.
The legend
Thank you,
grows,
Sean.
man.
I've been giving those people. I don't have any left.
I'm flattered,
They're
bro.
cool.
Thank
They're
you.
cool. They're heavy. All right. Let's do this.
Wrote in his Historia Langobardorum that, quote, not far from the shore, where the ocean extends without bounds, is that very deep abyss of waters which we commonly call the ocean's navel. It is said twice a day to suck the waves
I don't
into
know what he
itself
was doing.
and to spew them out
I
again.
don't condone it.
As is proved to happen along all
Right.
these coasts, where the waves rush in and go back again with fearful rapidity. By the whirlpool of which we have spoken, it is asserted that
Whoa.
ships are often drawn in with such rapidity that they seem to resemble the
What is
flight of
that?
arrows through the
That's
air,
bad.
and sometimes
What
they are
is it?
lost in the Gulf.
It's a calendar.
Oh, all right. There's the face up there. That brings it on. That's some guy's belly.
It
It's
looks
a
Buddha in the
calendar.
middle, I
There's
think,
a
right?
Buddha in the middle, yeah? Yeah. Singeman's a Buddhist.
And it looks like the Mayan, you know?
Some of his personalities.
With a very frightful destruction.
Yeah, it looks like the
Often,
Mayan calendar.
just as they are about to go under, they are brought back again by a sudden shock of the waves, and they are sent out again, thence with the same rapidity with which they were drawn in.
I got a case of the
In
sniffles.
1035 AD, Frisian explorer Adam of Bremen recounted his deadly encounter with this abysmal chasm in his book Gesta Hemerbergensis Ecclesiastae Pontificum, stating, quote, of a sudden, they fell into that numbing ocean's dark mist, which could hardly be penetrated with the eyes. And behold, the current of the fluctuating ocean whirled back to its mysterious fountainhead, and with most furious impetuosity drew the unhappy sailors, who in their despair now thought only of death, on to chaos. This, they say, is the abysmal chasm, that deep in which report has it that all the backflow of the sea, which appears to decrease, is absorbed and in turn re-vomited, as the mounting fluctuation is usually described. As the partners were imploring the mercy of God to receive their souls, the backward thrust of the sea carried away some of their ships, but its forward ejection threw the rest far behind the others. Freed thus by the timely help of God from the instant peril they had had before their eyes, they seconded the flood by rowing with all their might. Geraldus Cambrensis, or Gerald of Wales, Archdeacon of Brecon, and royal clerk to King Henry II, wrote in his 1188 work Topographia Hibernica that, quote, not far from the islands towards the north, there is an astonishing whirlpool in the sea, towards which there is a set current of the waves from all quarters, until, pouring themselves into nature's secret recesses, they are swallowed up, as it were, in the abyss. Should a vessel chance to pass in that direction, it is caught and drawn along by the force of the waves, and sucked by the vortex without chance of escape. There are four.
Yeah, if he sends me more buttons, I'll give them out too, to my people that join the channel.
Of these whirlpools in the ocean, described by philosophers as existing in the 4 different quarters of the world, whence it has been conjectured that the currents of the sea, as well as the winds, are regulated by fixed principles. The whirlpool was also mentioned in another late 12th century work, Historia Norwegiae, where the author, an anonymous...
Come on. Don't... It's so glitchy tonight, all of a sudden. Doesn't usually glitch this much. I don't care.
This Norwegian monk gives a particularly detailed description.
Because we're
stating,
killing it,
quote,
that's why.
the greatest of all whirlpools is to be found there. which engulfs the strongest ships, sucking them in at ebb tide and spewing out their fragments with a belch at flood tide. There is a very deep abyss in the earth itself, and alongside it are open-mouthed caverns containing winds which are said to be brought forth by the breathing of the water, and these are the breath of gales. Indeed, by their breathing, these winds draw to them the waters of the sea through hidden passages in the earth. They shut them up in the vaults of the abyss, and then, by the same force, drive them out again, causing sea surges, spates, and the whirling of waterspouts. Earthquakes also occur, and various discharges of vapor and
So this causes earthquakes and
conflagration. For when the wind's breath, held in the cheeks of earth, presses to burst out, it shakes the foundation of the world with a dreadful roaring, and forces it to tremble. So when the wind's breath contends with fire in the earth's interior, then even in mid-ocean the depths are fissured, and smoky exhalations and sulphurous flames are seen to emerge. In 1508, cartographer Johannes Ruisch published a world map featuring the polar mountain and whirlpool with an inscription reading, "Under the Arctic Pole, there is a high magnetic rock, 33 German miles in circumference. A surge..."
See, all my instincts tell me that's right, dude.
Yeah, I'll go back to it. So
all of them.
So Singeman is a graphic artist, and he likes to do art, right? He makes all the clips for the show that I've been playing, and he's awesome. I can't do that type of shit. So, in order for him to have a place to display some of his art, we started this Teespring, and you can get 10% off your order. And we have Booster Rooster. Dude, we got new ones, but we have the LA Young series.
Jam Depot.
You want a Jam Depot one in there? Why not?
Yeah.
I'll make
I can make
Singeman.
that. Yeah.
Make a Jam
that.
Depot. My albums from back in the day.
Mr. Super Sidewinder, I could be
my rap albums.
I'm getting better at it too. I'm getting better at angle and placing stuff.
Antarctica.
Coming up with new ideas for
the ring.
Different circles within
Antarctica. You
circles
can't
and
go
colors.
there.
I love Antarctica.
Yeah,
I just made another one too.
And then on the back, it
I'm
has
getting that one for
the
sure.
Antarctic Treaty, 1959.
Yeah,
World's
nice,
most powerful
dude.
nations participate to keep all non-authorized people away from the military presence. The only treaty in history to be honored. All this for some
There you
ice
go,
Operation
dude.
High Jump.
Lamb.
You can change the colors on everything.
I wrote
and
that
stuff.
too by
Whatever.
taking other people's
Yeah, we-
ideas.
Come on, that's got to sell like hotcakes, baby.
No. We don't sell many. But
Thank you.
If I did sell,
Well, they
a lot,
will.
I'd start doing
You're
doing
amazing.
Flat Earth
giveaways for
Festival
people that
We'll never
When I
forget.
bring them to
man.
Flat Earth Fest myself.
people that don't have the money for them. I would do giveaways every once in a while.
I do need a
LA Young
donate
let me
to
stay in her
America
house
if anybody wants
for
to
a
donate
month and a
one.
half. So I made a shirt for
Stop
her.
glorifying rats. Stop snitching. This was a cool
Please.
one. Stop glorifying rats.
Nice
Stop
drawing of
snitching.
a rat.
Stop snitching.
Oh, rat can draw anything, right?
Oh, the
If
Boss
you feel
Stoner
guilty,
Ray-
then it's you.
the Boss
Right?
Stoner Ray design is
Boss
classic.
Stoner Ray.
Classic.
Are we getting that in
Uh,
shirts? Different.
Yeah,
Are we
the different
fixing that one
company.
up? I gotta fix
They
a
went
couple
in-
up. Wait,
they-
back
they
in my
okayed
case, I wanna bring that up.
We got Masonic the Hedgehog. They okayed the hats, but they didn't okay the
Sonic the Hedgehog, I invented that too. Yes.
Sonic.
I invented
Lucky
Antarctica. I invented that.
Yeah,
They wouldn't do shirts.
So like, this isn't just.
I invented that.
This is an artist piece.
Nice.
Singeman.
I love
You know
that
what I'm
one. I
saying?
gotta get that one too.
This one's cool. This is
Flat Earth
Voice to
Ninja.
Skull V2K Voice to Skull technology. Emanations, you know.
Sid just fired up. Look at that, Sid.
You're not having enough fun in your own
I
head.
want
You
all
gotta
these.
have fun
I
in
want
other
all
Late Night
these.
Live. Got everything.
I like how you had the treaty on the back of the Antarctica.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
That was
10%.
Chief Crow's idea. Chief
Pays
Crow
for the
told me to do
shipping
that.
at least. Whatever.
My
all good.
buddy Chief Crow.
We got all kinds of stuff. We have Boston Ray stuff. All right, get out of here.
Where's the Mr.
Wait.
Super Sidewinder section?
But did you show him that one? Here, I'll show
You want a Mr.
This
Super
one I just
Sidewinder
made?
shirt? Make him a Super Sidewinder shirt in there. With We're gonna start making
I
shirts
will.
for everybody. We made it for LA Young. We're gonna
This
make
one I just made is.
You know it's got to have a harmonica on
You
it.
might have a
Troll
shirt
the
with your
ancient
name on it.
Yuletide
You might
Carol.
not have even
We should
have
pick this
asked
one up so
for
we can have a
it.
Christmas shirt. You
Put
know?
a Sidewinder playing a harmonica.
Can you do that, Sid? Could you do Mr. Super Sidewinder with a harmonica player? Silhouette? That would be cool.
Say again, cut out.
You know what a Sidewinder
Mr.
snake
Super
is, right?
Sidewinder with a
Playing a
harmonica
harmonica?
player silhouette.
Yeah, I can do anything. Just request it.
Make it happen.
What do you want?
Hold on.
Say it again.
That happened.
I can't, man. I'm laughing too hard.
Look, here you go. There's the North Pole. There's Mount Meru.
Text it to me.
Remote parts converge and run together as though brought there by conduit.
Man, that
pouring
feels
into
right.
These mysterious
Is it
abysses
just
of
me?
nature. They are as though devoured
That's
thereby,
it, man.
and should it happen that a vessel pass there, it is seized and drawn away
They
with
all
such
know I'm
powerful
crazy. No matter-
violence of the waves.
I just look
that
at
this
someone, they go
hungry
crazy. I don't
force
say anything.
immediately swallows it up,
So
never to appear
might as
again.
well wear some shirts.
A surviving letter from Mercator, addressed to John Dee, advisor to Queen Elizabeth I, provides more detail, stating, quote, "In the midst of the 4 countries is a whirlpool, into which there empty these 4 indrawing seas, which divide the north. And the water rushes round and descends into the earth, just as if one were pouring it through a filter funnel. It is 4 degrees wide on every side of the pole, that is to say, 8 degrees altogether." As late as the mid-17th century, the
I like
polar
that map.
mountain and encircling whirlpool continued appearing in cartography and
Ray
That's a cool
identifies as that map.
I love it.
Yep, I remember his nickname in high school. Map
Yeah,
Man.
that was my nickname in high school.
Map.
Whatever.
Just map. Yeah.
Yeah, I just was reading. What was it?
You get the point.
Someone described it as silver in one description, Mount Meru, and another one I heard it described as gold. And it kind of been, looking up different things and different descriptions. I think it was some Dostoevsky poem or something he talks about. I forget, but yeah, it's fascinating, man.
Me too, Kimberly.
I'm gonna get out of here soon, but
All right, buddy.
yeah. But hold on one sec. Let's do final thoughts. All right, let's do final thoughts because we need to sum this up. Like you know what I mean? Like
Okay.
we went all right. Go ahead, Singe. Final thoughts.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay. Well, how about a story?
No, about Meltology. About the whole
Meltology, on topic.
Meltology. Conclusion.
Yeah, it is on topic. It's a story of. Okay. Oh wait. Okay, yeah. Well, definitely. Okay. So, oh yeah. Got it. I got it. I got it. Here's what I gotta say. I gotta say it. So we know something. I have it written down, huh? So we know something occurred. So let's accept it. We don't know what it is. We don't know how it happened. But the world was inhabited by beings that were not human before us. Our great grandpa didn't build that stuff. And then I have are the orphans, clones, and giants and Nephilim. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Done.
Good. All right. Who's next? Who's me? Okay. I've researched it all. I've researched mud flood, Meltology.
Your volume's a little low.
And I'm not,
There you go.
I'm not 100% that everything's a melted building. Could some of them be melted buildings? Yes. Do I know for sure? No. Should you listen to me? No. Should you do your own research? Yes. Okay. Who else do we have? Who's next?
No, you should listen to him. Just don't.
I'll go next, Ray.
Yeah.
So, in the Bible it talks about that in the future that the earth will melt and the element will melt. And there's people talk about that maybe the millennial reign might have happened already.
right? The fervent heat that is spoken of in the Bible.
Yeah, well, if that did happened already, that could explain why there was a lot of torch
It could, yeah.
stuff, but obviously there's either there was a dew machine or there was something happened that torched a lot of the ground. I mean, you can see it through the southwest a lot.
Yeah.
I had another thought, but yeah, I don't know.
That's cool. We see too far. We see too much.
Anyone? Who is next?
I think that we got to continue this though, man. I like the tide discussion.
Yeah.
And maybe I gotta get like a whiteboard or something, maybe do some cool ideas with that. I mean, it all ties together, man. And as far as melt, I think it did, like you said, the Southwest, man, some of the stuff you just can't argue with. But as far as heat, but now you got me thinking about stuff being, underwater for a long time as well. And I think it's both, man. I hate to cop out and say, but it's just I don't think we need to be mad about nothing, you know what I mean? Or
yelling at each other. No, not at all.
Yeah, I think it's a good.
We can have a discussion on it and not spaz out on each other.
Stuff online, to me, man, I have a good time with all this stuff and people and the personalities and stuff. All the real shitty stuff's in real life, but you gotta go do stuff, man. On here is cool, man, and I think it's fun. It's fun. It's fun to disagree. That's why we're all critical thinkers, so it's the nature of our thing. We're gonna have. How could you not if you're not a critical?
Yeah, we all came into this fooled. We're not going to fool each other. You're not going to put up with somebody trying to fool you for long. So we're already on like high filter mode going in.
Yeah. So I'm gonna keep thinking about it, but let's do it again, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Keep researching, know, and just keep thinking about it and look into some of this stuff yourself and see what you think.
And water, think canals everywhere.
Yeah, look around for water.
Stuff. You got balloons for the air, to go through the air, and you've got there's these giant arrows. Have you seen these giant arrows that are? There's one in Reno. This guy called the Reno is his channel, and there's these huge, massive arrows, concrete arrows with lighthouses on the end of them, light towers on the back end of the arrows, pointing west, all across the United States. And it was to keep the planes going on the path for the mail.
Oh, yeah.
You seen those?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, those are fascinating. I think to me it looks like a balloon would be perfect for like a balloon cruising by. Like, okay, there's there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
those we have.
Yeah, we have one in Reno. I had never even heard of it until I saw this guy's channel. And that's another guy that there's this thing called the Steamboat Ditch that goes along the Truckee River. And so that thing, it breaks off and goes into a steam area called Steamboat in Reno, but there's no steamboats there. And so I'm going to take my camera back in there and check that place out, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, for sure.
All right, Mr. Super, did you already say yours?
No, I didn't say mine yet.
No, I'm waiting.
I think on a fundamental level, bricks are most often made from the soil that's readily available. In other words, you're not going to make bricks in Texas and send them to Maine. You're going to make bricks in Maine that are going to be used.
They used to make them on site
Maine.
sometimes.
On site, exactly. So there's that, which means that the composition of bricks, just to throw one term out there and call it bricks, that there's a formulation problem because every brick is going to be an individual like we are on some level, right? You're never going to get the mix right twice. Am I still there?
Yeah, you're still there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So what we classify as bricks, a whole different thing. We've seen tonight examples of what might not have even ever been fired. Bricks that were just turning back into the soil that they were pressed from. So until they're fired to a certain temperature, they're not a brick either. Just because you shape dirt into a cube, it's not a brick. It's not a brick until it's fired. Well, there's two different methods of firing, low temp and high temp. Low temp is like setting it around a campfire or making it part of a kiln and then using those bricks afterwards, or putting racks of bricks in a kiln. That's wood fired. That's considered a low temp fire. And that will give you a miry clay, basically. It's a low-fired ceramic. It's hard. It's harder than the material that you made it out of, but it's not one molecule. It's not vitrified. That happens at phase 2, where you would need a kiln that goes like many times the temperature you would get from burning woods or oils to get there, right? It's a complicated process. So that's where you get like fire bricks. They're made from very specific formulations, like high in silica, and they're fired in a kiln, which goes many times the temperature of a standard firing for bricks, construction bricks. So we've got possibly unfired bricks, we've got low fired bricks, we've got high fired bricks, and we've got bricks made of every composition that you can imagine. So bricks aren't all the same. So some of them might have been low fired and then exposed to water. What happens to those bricks? As opposed to vitreous high fired bricks that were never exposed to water. What happens to those? You know what I mean? So
different colored bricks too.
All of that being said, I've seen bricks that, like, under great compression, by the time you build a wall 30 feet high out of bricks, the bricks on the bottom are under some pretty extreme tension. And so if they did start to melt to the point where they soften, they wouldn't have to turn into liquid, just get soft. They might get pressed into one larger brick or larger stone looking shapes, right? It could happen if they turn into silly putty clay, but they're under a lot of tension. The whole wall sags down. The bottom layer of bricks is going to look different than the rest of the bricks. They're going to be probably looking like larger bricks. So some of the evidence that we see from meltology is valid because we see exactly that sort of transition where you wouldn't build it that way. It would only happen as a result of great thermal things. And then just like a closing thought, part of my background is welding, and I rarely see anything achieve higher temperatures than when two high voltages are arcing on one another, arc welding. The buzz that's happening and the excitement of whatever elements make this place up are insane in the plasma between the arc of an arc welder. It's insane. And we're seeing evidence of high voltages building up in the surface below our feet, what we call earth or ground, and reversing and trying to go toward the sky. We see all the trees that are burning from the inside, and we're calling certain things dew weapons and whatever, but it's coming from under the ground, and some of the meltology follows that too, where it looks like the bottom layers melted more than the top.
You're more or less like it wasn't one event that caused it all.
It wasn't, and it could not have
happened
been.
at different times.
They're different. They're different, right? The events are different. The bricks are different. The situations are different. The one that we looked at, you and I, Ray, earlier, that one definitely looked like it had calcium buildup from sea salts. It was all white and chalky, right?
And Walker Skinwalker Ranch.
Down, and as the level went down, the salt levels would get higher and higher, and it would leave heavy salt on the walls over a great period of time. So, I don't know if we had to put a timeline on it. Maybe that took 1,000 years to dry, and it left everything looking like it was covered in milk, dude. So much.
Oh, yeah, they weren't going up and down either. They're going at an angle. So
there you go.
I found this in my backyard.
What is it, Joe?
It's a Reno brick. See that brick? I found it in my backyard. Look at how there's two lumps on top. I colored this in with a Sharpie so you can see the Reno. And I just imagine a stack of bricks, and one of them they might stamp Reno and say, "Hey, this one's going to Reno, and this stack's going to wherever." Because it's not a normal. It's got like two lumps on it and stuff too. It was right in my backyard.
Would you think it would be more likely its destination or its origin? I would think more likely its origin, where it's made as a pride stamp.
Right, could be. Could be
more likely made in Reno than going to Reno. You see, you would mark the box going to Reno, but you would mark the bricks made in Reno. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, could be. But yeah, I found this. That's my favorite one.
What color is it? It looks just like a dirty gray.
It's a red.
Is it red?
Yeah, it's red, but
your camera's probably not doing it any justice at all.
Yeah. And see, look at this top, how it's different. It's not, it wouldn't fit. You couldn't use it. You know, because this is this
Must
is
have had
out,
another one matches in there.
and yeah,
Like a
some kind of
Lego.
tongue and groove. But this is definitely like, you know, they probably did this for different cities or something like that. But, and it's thick, dude. It's a big old. It's
Yeah, it
a
is.
big old honking brick.
Yeah, it's for real.
Yeah.
You look at
Man,
some of those
man.
buildings, the ancient buildings that we
it's cool.
marvel over so much, and some of the walls, man, they would make them 6 feet thick.
Oh, I know.
If you think about like stacking bricks, it's not just like how high they are; it's times 6 going thick, right? You go, what?
There's 10 foot over there in the oh man, what was
See what I'm saying? That many bricks. Oh my goodness, dude.
they say what they say for Fort Jefferson out there in off the coast of Florida, 17 million or something like that. They said, you know, and that's like
Well, I put you full screen.
If you had a way to get all of those bricks warm, like with an internal ducting system that was like channeling the exhaust
yeah.
from the fire or whatever to get all those bricks warm over time, you can imagine how long it would stay like thermally stable.
Well, that's what
Even
a
in
lot of
cold
them
weather, it would be warm in there for days, dude, just from the bricks being warm.
Yeah, a lot of these look like layers of insulation almost.
That's
the
what I'm
bricks.
talking about, dude. That would
Yeah,
hold so
yeah.
much thermal energy. Unreal, dude.
Virginia cities, I mean, there's just layers of bricks on some of these buildings, man. Layers, like, you know, they've
So if
been,
you could
there has
tap
been a
in,
lot of
if you could
construction.
tap into the ability for like digital storage, like we're doing with, I mean, think about how small an micro SD card is, and it can hold like gigabytes of information, right? You could tap into the digital storage of all those bricks and the thermal mass storage of all of those bricks. Oh my goodness, dude.
Thermal mass storage, that was Ray's nickname.
That was
Was
really
it?
nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Thermal mass storage.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, thumb this up. Thumbs up. All right. Now we're gonna get out of here.
Awesome,
All right,
buddy. Thank you,
everybody.
man.
Bricks
Thank you,
hold
everybody, for
electricity
showing
too. They can do.
all right, everybody have a happy holiday.
Hey,
Merry
so everything's
Christmas.
fake, right? Basically.
All right.
Everything's fake. Okay.
Just spend some
Well,
time. Spend some time
sweet
with your
dreams.
families.
Merry Christmas.
And if you're listening to this, you are the resistance. Sweet dreams.
Yeah, nothing to see here.
Let's take a trip down memory lane. Oh, no. Is it going to play or not? Look at this. This page has been blocked. That's my page, dude. How are they going to block my own page? Oh, I lost it.
Shoot. Is
This
that
is my-
where
This is my
algorithms at?
No.
Thanks for coming on, Joe.
It's not. They,
Yeah,
just
man.
they just don't censor your shit, Joe. Like,
Yeah.
You can make a video about anything, but
You know,
and they,
you know
they have a
Algo?
pretty good processor, dude. And these are all
They
my
do?
videos that YouTube took down. Yeah, they're all on my BitChute channel. Yeah, I'll have the Nightbot. I'll have my my maid put it in the chat.
Suzanne.
BitChute channel. I mean, if you're on BitChute, you might as well follow me on there because you never.
No,
know.
yeah, I'll get. But I don't know. I was trying to find Algorithm, and he was supposed to be on Odyssey, and I can't. He's never on there. I don't know
Oh
what
yeah,
happened
he's
to
on.
him.
No, he's on Odyssey. He's on Odyssey. I was watching them on Odyssey.
You were? Oh,
Yeah. You don't have
These
his
things-
channel on Odyssey?
they take up a lot of space though. These things.
What, on your phone?
Yeah, on my computer.
They don't take up that much space.
They don't.
No.
Oh.
Odyssey will copy your whole channel, but I wouldn't go with Odyssey, dude. I mean, I'm
You
on
wouldn't?
Odyssey right
Why?
now because it doesn't get a lot of views, man.
Oh.
No, it's like nobody's using it because it glitches out on a lot
It
of
doesn't.
people's
It's hard to
phones.
run, and
If you're gonna do it,
their
if you're
bit
gonna do
rate
it
or
through a
whatever,
Rumble,
it's hard to run and some things.
Well, no, Rumble's crappy, dude. I thought I was
people get
having
a
a
lot.
bad time
I
with
see
Rumble.
people get a lot of views on there though.
They do. Oh.
Some people. Yeah.
Well, Dan Bongino just got on there, so that good conservative guy.
It's picking up. They get away with a lot of talking on there, and you can say pretty much anything you want. And we need a live stream on the BitChute. What a funny name, huh?
All right, there it
BitChute.
goes.
They weren't thinking. They didn't
That
think
was
that
just-
too much, did they? BitChute, or maybe they did think that. Your mind is like a parachute. It's best It works best when open, right? Is that what they're saying?
Okay.
Shoot. Parachute.
Yeah.
What is
All right,
that picture
thank
of?
you.
Oh, that's me looking at a brick.
Yep. Thank you, everybody. Have a
Yeah,
happy
man.
holiday.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate
Enjoy.
it, man. Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, we're back. We're back. All right, we're back. So,
All right.
you want me to? You
You
want to
got
just go?
full screen.
You need me to do a little introduction to this, or
No.
what? I'll put you full screen. Hold on, you're going full screen. All right, go ahead, Singe.
See that?
So, brick trend. Brick trend.
Hey, kids. Glad to see you can make it. All right. Yeah, looking good. Looking good there. All right, let's get started. Let's get this thing started. All right. Bricks. You get rich making bricks. First you fake it. Then you make it. Look at me. Boom, baby. I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. That's right. That's right. It's okay. Yeah, that's right. But we're not here to talk about how I'm a millionaire and how luxuriously rich I truly am. And all the many luxury cars that I own that I drove here today. No, we're not here to talk about that. We are here to get rich quick. That's right. I know it seems good, too good to be true. But seriously, okay? Seriously. Do you like working a 9-to-5 job? I know I don't. Look. Do you like picking up heavy bricks in the simulator sun all day? Do you like it when someone tells you, hey, you, don't do that. What do you think you're doing? That gas line is live. Are you crazy, man? No, nobody likes these things. Nobody. Friend, let me tell you, that is why you want brick trend. Brick trend. Did I mention that I'm a millionaire? How do you think I became so rich? I wasn't going to no schools or colleges. No, I got rich. I got rich by getting rich. Right? What do you think about that? I got rich slinging faux brick.
You look rich. What's that? Is that chain made out of platinum? Is that a platinum chain?
Those are diamonds, gold, platinum, diamond, golds.
We going platinum, baby. We going platinum with the brick trend.
Yes. Now using what I call, there's a platinum package actually. Using what I call the tetrahedron project. We can then engage the gears of futuristic quantum multi-level marketing. Now here at BrickChain, we want to help everyone, okay? There are absolutely no prerequisites or experience required to build your wall of success. When you, listen now, when you build 3 walls like me, actually, I think I built 4 or 5 by now. This is an old speech. When you build 3 walls of success, you will then have, you'll be standing up here giving this talk. What am I saying? There are only 2 simple steps to start your tetrahedron of trust
So,
built on
wait up.
faux brick.
Tetrahedron. Wait up. Tetrahedron. What's
A
another word?
tetrahedron of trust built on a faux brick foundation.
What's another word for tetrahedron?
Triangle. Okay.
yeah.
So there's only 2 steps you gotta do. First, you must purchase the kit for $333.30. For at 33 cents a brick, you get 1,110 bricks. What do you think of that? It's over half the price of a regular brick. And of course, you're gonna need 2 more entrepreneurs who wish to build a wall of trust and a tetrahedron of trust.
Tetrahedron.
Let me show you how it's done. So first of all, we have Brick Trend, the great Brick Trend up here, represented by this brick. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so then then you have you, most important, you, and me. It could be you or you. We'll just say me for now. Then you purchase your pack, I purchase my pack, and we get our friends. And down here.
So wait up. So
then those 2 together will now be a pro pack. And with those, they can then do the same thing because there's 2 people here and 2 people here. They should put 1 here, and then 1 here. Then you build with that. You build an arc of trust.
Yeah, I see.
Here's this arc of trust, and then with those 4 groups, you can build the platinum package. Put it in
Platinum.
right there. The platinum package, and
So
then
you're
going down
getting platinum
here.
out of making fake bricks.
Some more entrepreneurs connect. There's entrepreneurs. We have rows of people down here, just all waiting to become a millionaire. What do you think of that, my friends? Just what do you think of that? You build 3 walls of trust. You then have a tetrahedron, undeniable. Okay, bricks are like little bits of trust, each alone, but a brick. But when placed together correctly, you can have an unshakable foundation that can be built. Now, I want you to get out there, construct tetrahedrons of trust with your clients.
Yeah. So this sounds like this whole thing depends on people getting more people involved. Like it sounds like this whole operation, it all depends on if you can get more people to invest, right?
No. It depends on the $333.30 package, which, of course, I would add in for 3 more cents. We'll have tutorials on how to create your own faux brick and install your own faux brick, a list of potential clientele, and one other thing I can't remember right now. We'll get back to this. We'll be going over this again, I'm sure.
Yeah, we will.
We're exactly, because we're not just one person. We're a group. We're not just one individual.
We are not going to give up, and we will not.
3 walls create an eye of all-seeing overseer, an overseeing eye of all-seeing trust and goodness with this. You understand that, right? I mean, your new family, if you want. We want it.
Yeah, we do. We need it. I'm gonna put the link out if anybody wants to join us. Yeah, we just wanted to get that. We wanted to get that part out of the way. I have a show for tonight, though. I have something to do tonight. Well, thank you, Sin, for clarifying that whole mumbo jumbo for us. We will get back to that. That sounds trustworthy.
Make any laugh? Does that make anybody laugh? Got some fun out there?
Yeah.
What can I say? Let me explain this to you.
Yeah. Yo, I don't even want to fight with you, man. I lay you right where you stand. You can catch a few shells, one go right through your polo, man. Usually I'm dolo and I got a crazy team. Call Kids to ride on you, watch for the laser beam. Shit, it's that OG flavor. Remind you of a corner bodega and that old E behavior. On point, but I ain't trying to scuffle with chunks. Long joints got the culture power plus the double pump. Troublesome to anyone who stands in the way. I stand on a spread. Fuck if your man's in the way. Your girl want me cause I do it better than you. The whole world wants me, nigga. I'm a legend to you. Like LL, Rakim, Ice-T and them niggas. Like Cube, Snoop and Dre, I'ma be seeing the figures. It don't matter, you don't have to be liking me, man. Keep playing, you be laying there, right where you stand.
Gun on my waist, knife in my hand. I keep telling you cowards, I'ma leave you there right where you stand. I don't wanna talk and I ain't trying to fight with your man. Trying to get it over quick, leave you right where you stand. Some say I'm trifling, sometimes I rightfully am. But I don't give a fuck, I'ma leave you right where you stand. You just mad, you'll never be as nice as I am. D-Block, Gang Star, leave you right where you stand. Know why I invest all my money in the haze and in the dope? Cause right now I'm currently a slave for Interscope. Respect first, then money, basic shit. If you got niggas under pressure, you can take this shit. Listen, I'ma leave you right where you stand. Have the ambulance pass your Timberlands off right to your man. Cause he pussy, he ain't gonna do nothing but look. When it come to beef, he don't wanna do nothing but cook. As soon as the chrome scope him, right there, 2 in the dome smoking. Kiss keep funeral homes open. I fall back, smoke an ounce in the dark. Bounce on a crane track like I bounce on a knock. Keep playing, y'all niggas are burned. And you know they say it takes something to happen for niggas to learn. That the 40 cal give them a perm. This industry is like bacteria and my flow is a germ. Just mad, you'll never be as nice as I am. J to the bar and I leave you right where you stand.
You gangsters, cosmetic. Keep playing, you be laying there, right where you stand.
My people from the hood stay on the grind. D-Block, Gang Star, leave you right where you stand. What?
You gangsters, cosmetic. I see you got the fear of God in you. We'll tear your heart in two. Too bad you didn't know what you got into. Yeah, the most righteous. To Malcolm got a close likeness. My name carry weight, decapitate most vipers. Hot rhyme spitter, dime hitter, case beater. Flow is angry like I'm in your face with heaters. Chasing beavers? Nah, I never have to do that. PI till I die and I just laugh at you cats. You happy perhaps cause you got dough and bitches, but no love in the street. Only for moles and snitches. Only from the meat lapping. Suckers won't see it happen. Cross that line, then it's time for the heat clapping. I do my thing like a whole planet depends on me. I got game to make. Janet wanna spend on me. Some say I'm trifling and sometimes I rightfully am. Get your man, I lay him right where he stand.
Gun on my waist, knife in my hand. I keep telling you cowards, I'ma leave you there right where you stand. I don't wanna talk and I ain't trying to fight with your man. Trying to get it over quick, leave you right where you stand. Some say I'm trifling, sometimes I rightfully am. But I don't give a fuck, I'ma leave you right where you stand. You just mad, you'll never be as nice as I am. D-Block, Gang Star, leave you right where you stand. What?
Earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, now what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, now tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Earth is flat. What you gonna do about it? I thought you knew about it. Would you rather do without it? The Earth's a center. The sun and moon moves around it like a clock. Can you hit a moving target with a rocket? I'm not hard to get along with. Just take a bong hit. Do you serve up any content? The stars are constant. You want a consolation for it? It makes me vomit. We never do get hit by comets. I know you want it. Just leave another useless comment. NASA lost it. The Earth is flat. What you gonna do about it? Earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The Earth is flat, what you do about it? The Earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The Earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The Earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The Earth is flat, now tell me what you think you're gonna do about it? Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it? Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it? Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it? You know it's flat. And there is a bunch of us. The globe is munching on a bunch of snuffleupagus. You think it's cute? Then why not cuddle up with us? We know it's flat. Why you making such a fuss? My supper was the fucking best sex just because the Earth is flat. It hit me like an uppercut to the nuts. The Earth is flat and there's nothing you can do. The Earth is flat and there's nothing you can do. There's a Russian with the crew. Don't forget to brush after your food. Asteroids and asteroids too. The Earth is flat and there's nothing you can do. The Earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. The Earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. The Earth is flat and there's nothing you can do about it. The Earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. The Earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. What you gonna do about it? The Earth is flat. What you gonna do about it? The Earth is flat. It's fucking flat. The Earth is fucking flat. The Earth is fucking flat. The Earth is fucking flat.
I know what they want. 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 Weekend getaway, plus a shorty that knows how to make it stay. All the jewels on me, I stay iced out. Keep it chilly during summer when I ride out.